Hey yo everybody, XCI here for a blind let's play of Dragon Age Origins. Here we have the troop. I'm in camp right now, so everyone is here. There's Liliana, there's Xandre, there's Alistair, and behind me we have Sten. Back there we have Morgan, and of course, last but not least, and I certainly haven't forgot him, and I get to come back to camp and check up on him once in a while. It's our little dog Mog. And so anyways, this episode I want to talk to each one of these peeps and get some more about their history. I'll say right now, this guy right here intimidates the crap out of me. I don't know how that's gonna go. I think the one I feel the best about right now is probably Liliana. So I'm going to start with Liliana. I'm going to do round robin. So here we go. Can you tell me about... whoa, hold on. That's right. Maybe I should start asking people to train me with those specializations. Can you teach me to be a bard? Let's start with that.
I don't think you have the correct aptitude. I could give you some pointers, though.
I need to be a rogue.
You may be able to pass them on to someone you know. Let's just go over there, away from the others, for safety, yes?
Get people to teach me.
I expect there shall be daggers flying about willy-nilly for a time.
And then I get it for next characters in the game. That's great. Okay, so I do want to open up more of the plot, though. So let's go back. I'd like to talk to you about something. I think you should go... Nope. So I'll talk to you about something. Okay.
What's on your mind?
What is on my mind? Let's see. Why did you decide to come to Ferelden? You were a traveling minstrel. Do you have tales to share? I thought I already asked her this. Let's start with this one. Why did you decide to come to Ferelden?
My mother was from Denerim, and I consider myself a Ferelden. Mother served an Orlesian noblewoman who lived here when Orlais ruled. When Orlais was defeated, and the common folk began to resent the presence of any Orlesian, the lady returned to Orlais. She took my mother with her. I was born in Orlais, and did not set foot in Ferelden till much later. Mother was always telling me stories of her homeland. I think she missed it.
What happened to your mother? Why did she leave Ferelden then? Why did she? Was she not happy in Orlais? Why did she leave Ferelden then? Was she not happy in Orlais?
She wasn't unhappy. We had a good life, and she liked Orlais well enough. I loved it though. Val-Royeaux was so vibrant, colorful. Mother died when I was very young. Lady Cecily let me stay with her. I had no one else. She was quite old then, and she had me study music and dance to entertain her. It is unfair that I have more memories of Cecily than my mother.
Do you remember nothing of your mother? You were young, it's understandable. What was Cecile like? That's just too bad she's gone. Nah, that's like an ass. And she had me study music and dance. Do you remember nothing of your mother? You were young. It's, what did she say? That I have more memories of Cecile than my mother. Well, you were young. It's understandable.
Strangely, the only thing I really remember of Mother was her scent. She kept dried flowers in her closet amongst her clothes. Small white Ferelden wildflowers with a sweet fragrance.
The gift I gave her.
Mother called them Andrastis
Grace.
Sense
Now.
They were very rare in Orlais. But enough about that. Let us move on.
Makes sense now. So, I did look into something here. Watch this. So it turns out, so you see how it says win there, gift win, gift Liliana there, steel symbol of Andraste. I believe it's anything that I've picked up gets labeled on the pickup, but as I understand things, new things that I pick up will not have the label, and I'll tell you how I discovered this. I came over here before starting to check on
if there's anything
the gifts
I
here
can
because
do
of a comment
please tell me
about jokes and pranks and how the pranks are really, really bad. So I was like, well, hold on, let's look at the pranks
I'm sure
again.
You'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected.
And this is, of course, after I've
discount
uninstalled the add-on, right? And so when I came and checked, oops, that's my stuff. When I came and checked their stuff, watch this. So I go stick, and now the name is gone. So all of these are now blind. That one is still, why does that one still say Morgan then? Did I sell that? I couldn't have sold that. Oh, I didn't notice this one though, but if you notice these ones right here, unless they're neutrals, and I don't know, but these ones aren't labeled, so I don't know who gets these. I'm gonna have to guess based on what I hear, from their stories and what gets written in the codex. But as you can see, and now I don't even know which ones are the jokes and which ones are the gifts. So that's going to be, well, I'm going to guess these 0 ones are prank. I don't know. Chastity belt. That's probably for Liliana or something. Because of the wait, cat lady's hobble stick. That's probably Morgan, maybe. because of the mage. Butterfly sword. Maybe an Alistair. Because he's so, I don't know. Whoa, wait. Simply a stage no, maybe not. That's Alistair. Scented soap. Okay, so some of these I can't just guess. But so what are these? So why does this say 50? Doesn't that mean there's like 50 of these? Doesn't this like break the game? Does that seriously mean I can buy 50 of these and they're gifts and they're going to give bonuses to the character? Well, lump of coal, that looks like a joke, like a prank. See, now I'm just afraid of buying any of these. I don't know if I will buy any of these at this point. I do want this backpack, but 21 gold. Anyways, but I did see Morgan's name there. So maybe I clicked on something when I still had the add-on and then that registered, but I took it to mean that anything new isn't going to have the name anymore. The add-on only hard-coded the stuff that I picked up since then. So since I installed the add-on, so I'm gonna keep going with Liliana one or two more rounds here, see if there's anything new. I'd like to talk to you about something.
Yes? What's on your mind?
Here we go. Do you miss anything about Orlais? You were a traveling minstrel. Do you have tales to share? I thought I already had. I guess she's got more and more tales. Maybe the longer, like the more you play, things open up. Maybe. Do you miss anything about Orlais?
I miss Val-Royeaux. Unlike other cities where the people are the lifeblood and the character, Val-Royeaux was her own person. And her people little more than decorations. There was always music in Val-Royeaux, streaming from the many windows, quiet refrains and triumphant choruses. And always floating above that all, the chant, coming from the Grand Cathedral. It was magnificent.
I've got a weird sound showing up in my Audacity. And I can't hear it. So I don't know what's going on, but I'll try to clean it up in post if it's something. If it was going to be a train, I wanted to wait and cut through it. But anyways, let's keep going. Is that all? It sounds wonderful. I've never been to Orlais. Well, I haven't, or at least I'm the RP of Xandre's. He's only been Dalish. It sounds wonderful. I guess she enjoys it. So Xandre's kind of like if you enjoyed it.
Oh,
then
it would take me a day or two to talk about the many splendors of Orlais. Her golden fields, her lush meadows. Of course, there are good things and bad things about Orlais, like anywhere else. Sometimes I miss it dearly, and sometimes I'm glad I'm rid of it. And you will laugh at this, but I miss the fine things I had in Orlais.
Had what? What sort of things? Like when she was a bard? It must have been a big change moving to Lothering. Do you not have fine things now? Well, I guess not. She's out in leather armor and fighting crap, so I'm guessing this means she had like a good lifestyle. What sort of things?
Dresses, fine dresses and furs, and
material
shoes,
objects,
of course.
huh?
One can't mingle with nobility with bad shoes, you see. Orlais is very fashionable, almost ridiculous.
Finding your shoes?
But the shoe, living with those ridiculous trends was worth it for the shoes.
She really does. Oh, that's totally France. Ridiculous trends, like the Euro trends. Like they're so fashionable up there, so that's gotta be it. So what's so special about shoes? Shoes are shoes. They're there to keep your feet dry. That's the matter-of-fact Xandre answer. Oh, I love shoes. That's not a Xandre answer. Were they ridiculous shoes? That's a funny answer. Why would I say ridiculous trends? Living with those ridiculous trends. Were they ridiculous shoes? Yeah, I think that's kind of a funny thing to say.
Sometimes, about 10 years ago, all the ladies went mad for shoes with soles as large and heavy as bricks. But it isn't always that silly. When I left Orlais, the fashion was shoes with delicate tapered heels and embellishments in the front. A ribbon, perhaps, or embroidery, in soft colors, of course. It was spring.
Oh my god, so modern. You've lost me. Santa would be confused here, probably. Oh, that sounds so lovely. No. Wouldn't that be hard to walk in? That's the logical Xandre answer. Like honestly, why would you want to? I'm just gonna assume elves. I mean, that's just not it's bare feet or it's leather. I guess Dalish leather must have cost a lot of gold. I wouldn't have that concept either. You've lost. Wouldn't that be hard to walk in? I'm just gonna go like logical Xandre answer here.
I wouldn't want to run in it or have to enter battle, but for lounging in a lady's sitting room, perfect. The shoes made in Orlais were exquisite. Not at all like these clunky fur-lined leather boots you have in Ferelden.
Whoa.
Just look at them.
I'm Dalish. As Xandre was they're just utility, you know? They're shoes. So I don't know what I would say here. You don't need fancy shoes to make you beautiful. So that sounds like I'm gonna be hitting on her here. I know, right? So ugly and shapeless. No, they're comfortable. Matter of fact, Well, I don't know if Xandre, he doesn't wear them because they're comfortable either, though. At least they keep you out of the cold. At least they keep the cold out. That would be the Xandre answer, I think. But those are the 4 options. I feel like this is a Xandre one. I feel like I want to say this, not because I want to hit on her, because I think, again, I feel like there's more of a sister-brother-y relationship. I feel that with Xandre, with her, because I don't know why, but I just do. I just a gut feeling for Xandre. I don't know what to say here, because that's a nice thing to say, but I'm fairly certain the game engine is going to treat this like a straight up, like I'm hitting on her answer, and I wouldn't want Xandre, I wouldn't want it to come out that way for Xandre. And this feels like the logical thing to say, but they're having such a moment here, so why would Xandre just be straightforward like this? I didn't take her for being so materialistic, though. That's kind of throwing me off. That's the utility answer right there that Xandre would give. This is the one I want to give as a player, not because I'm hitting on her, but because I feel like it's more personal. I can't say it. I feel like this is going to trigger a relationship thing, and I don't want the game to take me down that path with Liliana. I mean, maybe that happens, but I don't feel that right now with Xandre. Why is this so difficult? At least they keep the cold out. Now I'm gonna go matter of fact with
They're
Xandre.
sturdy shoes, but sometimes a girl just wants to have pretty feet. Oh, I could talk about shoes all day, but we have things to do, don't we?
Oh jeez. Should I have said the other one? Oh well. Let's check Liliana one more
Something I
time.
can help with?
I'd like to talk about
Yes?
something.
What's on your mind?
You're traveling
Of course
minstrel. Do you
I
have
do.
tales to
I love
share?
stories far too much to keep them to
Are
myself.
they the ones I've already heard?
Everyone should be able to benefit from them, I think.
I've already heard these. Darkspawn, Aveline, Flemeth. There was another story I wanted
Which
to hear.
one?
What's in here? I don't think I've done these. Do you know anything about the Dalish? What do you know about Andraste? I thought of it just now, but it slipped my mind. What the hell is that supposed to open? I'm thinking too logically through this. I'm thinking about the engine and not the RP. Do you know about the Dalish?
I know little about your people, but I may be misinformed, and I would hate to offend you.
That is why we must learn more about each other. So this is more like an elf to human response. Xandre doesn't really care about any of that stuff. I would not be offended. We do not care about what humans think of us. Yeah, I would not be.
I have heard a little
offended.
about how the elves gained their freedom from the Tevinter Imperium. When Andraste began her exalted march against the Imperium, the elves joined her cause to fight their masters. The great elven leader, Shartan, born in captivity, rose up
Denerim.
to lead his
They
people.
mentioned this name.
He foresaw a future where the elves
cut
were
him.
free.
They cut him out of
Shartan
that.
was killed when Andraste was betrayed, but the elves continued to fight, eventually breaking free of the Imperium. The elves claimed the Dales in the south and settled there in the land of their own.
So Shartan was brought up in Denerim at the priestess at the Chantry building. And there's a sect of the Chantry that cut out all of Shartan's scriptures. Is that what they call them in this game? Scriptures that mention Shartan or something, the elves? They've stripped them out of the book. It didn't last. And as far as I know, it didn't last, but the humans had to take that from us too. I'm not going to be resentful like that. Let us discuss this another time. I'm not going to be sensitive either. It didn't last.
The elves lived in the Dales for centuries. They resurrected the worship of the elven gods and would allow the building of no Chantry.
That's when
This
it
angered the
happened.
Chantry.
Okay.
And the hostility between the two factions finally broke out in open war. The Chantry says the elves struck first, but I do not know whether to believe it. The Chantry
Doubt it.
declared a wholly exalted march against the elves,
There it is.
named for Andraste's similar march against Tevinter. During the exalted march of the Dales, the elven cities were sacked, and the elven state completely dissolved. Some of the elves bitterly accepted their fates, and surrendered to human rule, living in the human cities as second-class citizens. But others, still fiercely proud of their heritage, refused to bow to the humans, and instead became homeless wanderers. They were the elves of the Dales, the Dalish.
They are my people. What do you know about Andraste? What do you know about Andraste?
Andraste
Let's
was
do
the
this.
Maker's
I feel
chosen.
like I've already...
The Maker had long since
Oh,
abandoned the world
Codex.
when the sound of her singing turned his
From the
ear.
Codex.
Beauty, grace, and wisdom enraptured him, and he offered to take her from this flawed world to become his divine bride. But Andraste had an earthly husband and would not forsake him. Instead,
This might be
she
the first chapter
beseeched
we're
the
missing.
Maker to return to his people once more. So earnest was her plea that the Maker was moved, and promised that he would
That's
create a
chapter 2.
paradise on earth if all abandoned their false god and turned
Yeah.
once more to him.
I believe I
And this
summarized
is why
that for you
Andraste
guys.
began her exalted march on the
Yeah.
idolaters of the Tevinter Imperium.
Yeah.
The Maker granted her his powers with which to smite her enemy.
Yeah.
Andraste brought the Imperium to its knees, and her
Chapter 3.
victories converted many to the worship of the Maker.
That's when she gets burned. How did Andraste
Alas,
die?
it was the frailties
End of
of
chapter
men that
3.
betrayed and killed Andraste. Her earthly
And
husband,
chapter 4.
Mafara, a
That's
chieftain
chapter
of the
4.
Alamari
So we're
tribes
missing chapter
himself,
1.
grew jealous as his wife's popularity
Nothing
and
lost.
influence overshadowed his own. She
She
was
summed it
also
up better,
revered
though,
as the Maker's
than I did.
betrothed, and Mafarath began to see their own bond waning in significance as Andraste became ever more devoted to the Maker. Out of envy and spite, Mafarath made a pact with the Archon Hysarian of
is.
Tevinter, allowing his beloved Andraste to be ambushed and captured. Andraste was burned at the stake in Minrathous, the capital of Tevinter.
That was chapter 3. Why did the Maker not save her with his power? But Tevinter has a chantry, doesn't it? Isn't Tevinter like the? It's like the. There's like the two sects, and one of them is like the more strict. It's Tevinter. Tevinter's the one with the where the high priests are male, and I'm gonna guess the new religion is where their holy mother. Ooh, which one do I want to know? I'm gonna do this. I'm curious from a lore standpoint. Xandre likes lore and heritage and stuff, and he's curious of how this all plays out. Like, he'd be wondering the same here. So yeah, I'm gonna go with why did the Maker not save her with his power?
I have thought on this too. Did he withdraw his sight from her at that moment? Where were all the powers he bestowed upon her? This question has come to me many times, and I have no answer. Perhaps there was no way for Andraste to return to the Maker but through her death. We will never know for sure.
Yeah, that seems like lore that's appended to the myth by men. Lore created by men applied to myth, or applied to the real story to make it myth. Okay, so no, we won't know for sure. So tell me about Andraste and the Maker again. Oh, I lost that Tevinter option. That's okay. I'm done. Let's move on. She liked that. +3. Is there more? I'm gonna check one
Something
more
I
with
can
Liliana.
help with?
I'd like to talk
Yes?
about something.
What's on your mind?
I don't know what's on your mind. I'm
Of
gonna.
course I do.
Same
I
source.
love stories far too much to keep them to myself. Everyone should be able to benefit from them, I think.
Darkspawn, Aveline, Flemeth.
Which one?
There was that one option. I wanted this one. Whoa. Wait, why are there 3 now? Shartan. Oh, Shartan again. Oh, she probably just repeats stuff when it says again. And then there's this one. I thought of it just now, but it slipped my mind.
It will come to you soon, I'm sure.
Oh, I see. So it's okay. No, I think it's just a toggle through some of the menus to get the options mentioned again. Let's go with Xandre. Let's find out what I can get from this guy. Care to answer some questions? I want to discuss something personal. I'll go with the
All
first
right,
one.
but I get to stare at you luridly while you do so.
Well, I'm not as worried as Sten here. So because the assassin thing, I'm trying to see, because I feel like Xandre would I feel like he would see Xandre might convince him that the term assassin doesn't equate to murderer, although that's kind of what they do, but there's a sort of, not an honor to it, but there's a certain expertise in that style of combat that would probably be very, like Xandre would be interested in that sort of style, that sort of finesse. So he would be legitimately curious for Xandre to tell him more about the crows. So here we go. With that, here we go. What does it take to become an assassin? Oh, that's for the class. I'm going to ask for that now. Yeah, I'm going to do that now.
Well, the crows would have you
probably
believe
too
that
early.
it is an involved process that takes
Didn't
years.
I try this
of
already?
training.
I
The sort
think I
that
need,
tests
yeah.
both your resolve and your endurance.
Like me more or something?
Survive that process and maybe, just maybe, you're
Yeah.
good enough to start being considered
I
one
think
of
so.
them. But quite frankly, the truth is that all it requires is the desire to kill people for a living. It's surprising how well one can do in such a field.
So you have to be a murderer. See, that's what I don't like that part of it. It doesn't take any special skill. You did quite well, no doubt. So you have to be a murderer. No. I can see that he believes it's more than that. So I'm not gonna say that I'm not gonna. It doesn't take any special skill. I'm sure it does. You did quite well, no doubt. It's the only
Within the
option,
crows,
really.
I think. But it has been something the crows
Makes
have
sense.
devoted a great deal of time to perfect. An assassin simply specializes in striking from stealth and in maximizing that first attack to be as lethal as
Xandre.
possible. Debilitate your foe, either
makes
by
sense to
poison or
Xandre.
by crippling their
He's
limbs, makes any
selling 'em.
follow-up combat you need to engage in that much simpler.
He's selling me on wanting to use poisons. To be honest, like this could go down that road. Starting to get a little more comfortable with all the rules, so setting up like the AI to put poison on something why not? If it's simple enough to do, but we'll see. That sounds like it could be useful. Yeah, matter of fact, I prefer straight up battle. No, that's why I'm an archer. That's why I'm an archer, and that's why I like his history is scout, guerrilla warfare sort of thing. So you always use poison then. Might be curious here. That sounds like it could be useful. That's
See?
just
Getting paid for the act
Matter
is
of
beside
fact.
the point. An assassin is more a tactical choice than a lifestyle. Of course, the crows like to pretend that
Selling
their
me
abilities
more.
are trade secrets, shrouded in shadows and wrapped in a blanket of mystery.
didn't this stuff
So
from me
let's just
asking him
keep
to
this
teach
between
me?
you and me, shall we? Hmm?
Is he gonna teach me? He did not teach me. Oh, but I did well. Plus two there. Okay, can you teach me? Can you teach others to be an assassin? Should I try this already? Because maybe I think I need to have a score. Like I don't know what the benchmark is, what the threshold is for triggering them to teach you. But maybe I'm gonna try to. Maybe I'll do it after. I'll do it last. Care to answer some questions? I want to discuss something personal. Care to
All
answer
right,
some questions?
but I get to stare at you luridly
Let's
while
see if I
you
can
do
get
so.
some more positive pieces out of this. Tell me about Antiva, so tell me about your adventure. Let's go
My
adventures.
adventures? I'm hardly an old man just returned from across the ocean, am I? Should I shake my fist at nearby children while I talk about the good old days?
You certainly talk like you've had adventures. This is true. At least his demeanor. I meant your time as a crow. Would Xandre think of that as adventurous? I don't know. If you don't want to talk, that's fine. Nah. You certainly talk like you've had adventures.
Falling down a flight of stairs is an adventure. Falling into someone's bed, also an adventure. I am assuming what you're looking for are professional anecdotes. Let's see. My
Okay.
second mission ever for the crows was a bit intriguing.
Hilarious.
I was sent to kill a mage who had been meddling in politics.
The crows were willing to anger the circle of magi. Kill a mage. On your second mission. I don't know why I think that was important. Meddling in politics, how? Well, they're assassins. I think I would have gathered by now that the crows are hired when you want political... You just want to solve political problems silently. The crows were willing. I guess this would be the one Xandre would be more curious about. Like, shouldn't we... Like, that's a whole group that could go up against the crows, so...
In Antiva, nobody
Seems
is
like
too
a risk.
important to escape the reach of the crows. They've killed kings and queens. That is simply how it is. As it turned out, the mage in question was quite a delightful young woman.
Oh,
Long,
Jesus.
divine legs, as I recall.
Oh, jeez.
I caught her in a carriage on her way to escape to the provinces. After I killed her guard, she got down on her hands and knees and begged for her life. Rather aptly, I might add.
that
So
was gonna
I
go
joined her in the
somewhere
carriage for the night and left the next morning.
That did go somewhere else. God damn it, Everett. Oh no. Oh no. After killing her anyhow for the night and left the next morning. Oh, Xandre totally thinks he killed her. You used her, that's horrible, and she didn't try to kill you after killing her anyhow.
Yes, but not on purpose, actually. The
What?
woman had actually convinced me to speak to the crows on her behalf. What can I say? I was young and foolish at the time. Then,
Oh,
as
to
I
be
was
an
kissing
assassin.
her goodbye to return to Antiva City, she slipped on the threshold and fell backwards out of the carriage. Broke her neck.
What?
Shame, really, but at least it happened quickly.
What? Oh, no. No, he's bullshitting. Were you upset? So you didn't actually kill her? That's terrible. I don't know if Xandre believes him. Were you upset? Why would he be upset? He went to kill her and then he slept with her instead and then she kills herself by accident? Why would she be upset? No. So it's two. It's the only option. So you didn't I don't really believe him. So you didn't actually kill her?
Not
I'm
actually.
kind of in
no.
doubt.
I was a bit unimpressed by the development at first.
It doesn't seem like
Then
he doesn't
I
seem
found
like
out
the
that
guy
she
who'd
had told
lie.
the driver to take her to Janellen instead.
At this point,
she
I
had
just-
planned to lose me in the provinces. I would have looked very foolish to the crows. As it was, my master was very impressed that I had done such a fine job of making it look like an accident. The circle of magi was unaware of foul play, and everyone was happier all around.
Oh my god. Except for the mage, because she's dead. You got lucky. These sorts of things happen to you often? What? Him going to kill someone, sleeping with them instead, and then them dying by accident? Accidents happening? Or him getting lucky? You got lucky. You did get lucky, except for the mage. That sounds like a cold answer that Xandre might say, because it's true, she killed herself. What does the game mean by this? These sorts of things happen to you often? The accidents working in his favor? You know what? Yeah, sure.
Like being spared by a benevolent mark who then helps me escape from the crows? Yes, it does seem to happen now and again, doesn't it? It was after that when I learned that one needn't let a pretty face go to your head. Professionalism was key. That's my moral of the day, you see.
So you never mix business with pleasure? That looks like a... gonna be hitting on him line. Yeah, Xandre wouldn't say that. That seems a little cold. A wise lesson to learn. You are a terrible person. No, I don't think he said anything terrible there. It's basically, Xandre he agrees with this. Don't let a pretty face go to your head. Like, that's why I've been saying all along, the whole thing with Xandre is, the character doesn't get distracted by relationships, by, getting close to people, because he feels like that could compromise his goal. Professionalism was key. I'm with this, so a wise lesson to learn.
And one that not everyone learns, I'm sad to say. But that's enough tale spinning from me for the moment. Talking about the mage has made me a bit nostalgic, I'm afraid.
Now you got more.
The good
more
old
stories.
days.
I need more stories. Holy crap, +6. Let's do it again. Holy crap, that was awesome. Can you teach others to be assassin? I don't know where I'm at with him, but that's got to be a good haul right there. +6 points. What do I want? Personal or more questions? I'm going to go more questions.
But I get to stare at you luridly while you do so.
It might be one episode for only 2 characters. I thought I was going to get through all of them. So tell me about your adventures. Sure, let's go with more adventures maybe. Yeah, let's do this.
Well now, what might interest you, I wonder? Shall I describe the stages involved with Lanthrax poisoning? I watched a man go through all 7 once.
What is Lanthrax? I don't know if Xandre would be interested in poisoning talk, but if you like, certainly. That sounds like fun. No, I don't think that would sound like fun. No, not that. If you like, certainly. I guess Xandre would have some curiosity. Stages involved with Lanthrax poisoning? I mean, it's just lore. It's just different type of lore. It's lore tied to poisoning. So
no, I'll not inflict that upon you just yet. Let's see. How about the largest battle I ever took part in? That would have been the slaughter of Prince Azrin. Did you hear of that down in these parts?
Okay, I doubt it. You killed a prince? Don't be absurd. I wouldn't have heard about it. I'm just going to assume I did not hear about this. You killed a prince?
Me? Not personally, but I did take part in the attack. Prince Azrin was fourth in line to the throne, you see.
Did he accidentally fall?
He started off as 11th, but worked his way up the old-fashioned method by inheriting control of an entire Crocell from his grandfather. After assassinating his way through the royal family, the king hired 3 other cells to take down Prince Azrin once and for all. I was in one of those cells.
What the hell? I would not want to be royalty in Antiva. Is this sort of thing common in Antiva? Why not simply arrest him? So this was a very big deal. Is this sort of thing common in Antiva? I guess Xandre would know, so I'm going to ask.
Antivan royalty is very much bound up in the crows. You wouldn't want it run by a bunch of commoners, after all, would you? And this means they get involved in politics quite often. This particular fight nearly bankrupted the nation, I understand. It almost ended up putting a crow on the throne, a commoner. But that's a whole different story. I played a very small part.
So wait, is he saying that the crows are royalty, or it's just because they're intertwined because of the dynamics of how that country works? Oh, because they're the most expensive, so it almost bankrupted the nation because the royalty started hiring crows all over the place. Jesus, it's a rich sect, man. What did you do? Seems like an odd way to run the country. This is true. That's hardly noteworthy. I might say this first. No, I don't think Xandre would care. No, I would. What did you do?
My part in the entire battle was taken up trying to reach Princess Verina, who had thrown in with her brother. I killed about 11 of her guards personally before I got knocked out of a window. I landed in a river and nearly drowned. I was fished out by some urchins who robbed me blind. Made off with my boots, too. At least they didn't cut my throat. And that was my part in history.
So the fact that he survived, I don't understand. What, you got robbed by urchins? Not very glorious if you ask me. You're very lucky indeed. I guess he is. Nearly, well, that he nearly drowned but survived. Oh, because urchins pulled him out but robbed him blind. So it's kind of like a glass half full and then glass half empty because he gets robbed, but then glass half full because they didn't cut his throat. Okay, yeah, I'm going to say the lucky one. You're very lucky indeed.
It's true. I live a charmed life. One of the prostitutes that raised me was a fortune teller. Said I wouldn't die young. She was rather startled by that. But there you go. Tale
Is this
told.
legit? Like,
Let's
is
be
this
off
a thing?
before I tell more embarrassing stories, huh?
Is this the thing with the character? I don't think I got an additional +3 there. I think it just highlighted it was from before. I'm gonna go again. Like, is he seriously, like, he's got some sort of, like, protection, or not protection, but, like, it's just as part of his lore? That's why he keeps getting out of shitty scenarios. Can you teach, I want to discuss something personal. Care to answer some questions?
All right.
Try one more time with this one.
I get to stare at you luridly while you do so.
And he can't have more adventures. Now I'm going to ask about Antiva. I'm going to save the adventures for another one, but I'm going to go with Antiva.
You wish to know about Antiva?
I want to know more about the country.
The only way to truly appreciate it would be to go there. It is a warm place, not cold and harsh like this Pharrell. In Antiva it rains often, but the flowers are always in bloom, or so the saying goes.
And it has assassins. Don't you want to go back? You don't like Ferelden? Don't you want to go back? Well, if he goes back, he's going to get hunted down by the crows. You don't like Ferelden? Harsh like Ferelden. That's what I'm asking. Cold and harsh like Ferelden. And it has assassins. No, I'm just going to ask him, so you don't like Ferelden? No, why would I ask him that? No, and it has assassins.
Everyone has its assassins. Some are simply more open about their business than others. I hail from the glorious Antiva city, home to the royal palace.
Where he's from.
It is a glittering gem amidst the sand, my Antiva city. Do you come from someplace comparable?
The forest. My people have no cities. I'm not from any glittering gem, no. Well, no, I mean, I might consider the forest, like, just as beautiful. Xandre would. Of course, my mother was better than any gem. Aw, that's so sweet. And not a Xandre thing to say, but that's pretty cute. Why? You want to compare? Don't be an idiot. No, my city have no cities. My people have no cities.
Course. The wandering life of the Dalish. That truly is better. I'm jealous. You know what is most odd? We speak of my homeland, and for all its wine and its dark-haired beauties and the lilo flutes of the minstrels, I miss the leather the most.
What? God damn it, Zephyr. Now that is odd. Is that some kind of euphemism? Okay, so this game takes you there before it actually, like, just spells it out for you. This I have to hear. Xandre would be curious about this. Guy intrigues the shit out of Xandre. Yeah, this I have to hear.
Smell. For years, I lived in a tiny apartment near Antiva City's leather-making district, in a building where the crows stored their youngest recruits, packed in like crates. I grew accustomed to the stench, even though the humans complained of it constantly. To this day, the smell of fresh leather is what reminds me most of home, more than anything else.
When he was packed into there, like with slaves, did I miss that? Is that what I got with the last line? Shit, I'm gonna have to check in the edit. You sound like you've been away from home forever. That's a little bizarre. Has he been at home? Oh. I thought he left there to come and kill me, but he was already in Ferelden because he went to Denerim to talk to the Terran Loghain. How long has he been gone? Wait a minute. Really? You smell a cesspool and think of home? Okay, you sound like you've been away from home forever. I gotta ask him that one because that just hit me. Why is he missing home so much? That's a little bizarre. But then this is also... No, I'm gonna... This is
Oh,
weird.
not so long, I know. It is my first time away from Antiva, however, and the thought of never returning makes me think of it constantly.
Okay, so
before I left, I was tempted to spend what little coin I possessed on leather boots I spotted in a store window. Finest Antivan leather. Perfect craftsmanship.
I know what they're doing right
but
now.
I was a fool to leave them. I thought, Zevran, you can buy them when you return as a reward for a job well done. More the fool I, no?
So there's gonna be a gift out there that's Antiva leather boots, huh? Right? I'm getting it now. You gotta listen for these things, or in the codex, and I have a feeling. Well, yeah, she just said the one with Andraste's, the one with the flower. Liliana said that one, so for sure. Well, whatever. I'll remember. I'll try to. I record these. I can always go back. No, I don't. I record these. I don't remember things that happened episodes ago. I literally have to re-trigger things as I play the game. And then you guys catch me on comments and stuff like that, and I'm like, God damn it, how did I forget these things? Because I don't play for days. I go on and on why that is, but okay, your home is still there. Zevran. Yeah, that sounds like sound option there. I asked you about Antiva, not your leather fetish. The job being killing me, right? No Antivan boots for you. Is that like a Seinfeld? No suit for you? No Antivan boots for you. The Antivan boots Nazi? Your home is still there, Zevran. More the fool I know. Zevran, you can buy it. So, about buying boots, going home and buying the boots. Your home is still there, Zevran. Yeah.
True, and it's a comforting thought. One simply never knows what is to come next. How could I have suspected I would end up defeated by a handsome Grey Warden? A man who then spares my life? I could not.
Why, oh, there it is again. So, is that supposed to be flattery? Handsome? Is that opening it up for an attraction track or something like that? Everyone makes mistakes. Well, I don't think it was a mistake. He was hired to kill me. There's no mistake there. Outside, he didn't kill me. You need to make the most of where you are. That sounds like the Xandre answer. I let him live, so now make the best of it, you know? Don't make me change my mind. You need to make the most of where you are. Is that supposed to be flattery? I don't think Xandre wouldn't react with a direct confirmation of him saying handsome Grey Warden. Would Xandre say handsome? Like, did you accidentally say handsome? Or are you attracted? Would Xandre would he try to get to the bottom of that? Is that supposed to be flattery? Nah, Xandre wouldn't care about any of that because he doesn't care about those sorts of relationships. At least I don't think so. I don't know. I've never played this character with an attraction to anything. Everyone makes mistakes. You need to make the most of where you are. I'm like, oh no, that's not of his circumstance, like being on this team alive. Being in Feralden. He needs to make the most of being in Feralden. Handsome? Is that supposed to be flattered? I'm not... no, I'm going to question handsome. I think Xandre would want to just make sure that, you know, if he is trying to make a play on him, Xandre would just want to keep things settled down because they have a mission to do. So I'm going to say handsome and
perhaps
call him
that was
on
a
that.
poor choice of words. True though it is. Do you object?
Okay, he's calling me out. He's turned it around. Of course I object. I don't. You're wasting your time, that's all. I wouldn't be rude about it. Not at all. It was just unexpected, and that feels like I'm gonna open a romance track or a, oh damn, I don't know how the engine works. So not at all. It was just unexpected. I might go with that one. Just because Xandre's not really used to any sort of even attraction coming at him. So he might... Yeah, I'm going to do this one.
And glad I am to hear it. Now, if it is all the same to you, I would prefer not to speak more of Antiva. It makes me wistful and hungry for a proper meal.
Right then. Oh, did that just go up by 1 or did it go up... Or is it another +4? Because Liliana's still in there. I don't know, but that's awesome. Oh, one thing I did not do, Zevran, was try to push this assassin piece here.
I certainly could, but I won't.
I won't. Okay.
I swore to the crows that the things they taught me were to remain a secret.
Just give it a shot.
Yes, they are already
not
angry
that I need
at me.
it yet.
I'd rather not push things, you see.
I think I already got him to say this, didn't I? You don't think this is important? And what if I ordered you to do it? I would not do that. Very well, I'll respect your word.
If you are truly insistent, well... Let me think about it.
I already answered this, though.
The crows are already angry at me, yes? Who knows?
Oh, I see. Oh, he approved. What did he approve? He approved. Skill acquired. What was this? What is this? What is this? Inspired minor dexterity. Inspired by your leadership, this party member has gained a minor bonus to dexterity. What the hell? Wait a minute. How does this work? +20. Approval +26. So what is it? After 25, you get bonuses? Really? Well, I was gonna ask him to teach me.
What do you need?
I'm gonna walk away. I'm gonna check every character now. I don't know because I lost a bunch with Alistair when he got bitchy at me. I'd like to ask you something.
Ask away.
Let's try Alistair's plots. Here we go. So I haven't talked to him in a while. So what can a Templar do exactly? Do I have Templar yet? I'm just gonna start with this. Let's see what happens.
The Chantry would tell you that the Templars exist simply to defend, but don't let them fool you. They're an army. The other main purpose for a Templar is, of course, to hunt mages. To that end,
This is the thing I'm
we
against.
train in talents that drain mana and disrupt spells.
So couldn't others learn these talents? So Templars use magic themselves. Have you hunted many mages? Ooh, I would be curious to get down get down to the nitty-gritty on this topic here. Seems like the Templars could run the Chantry. This is the piece Xandre would be curious about.
No, I never actually became a full Templar.
Right.
Duncan recruited me before I took my vow. I was only present during one harrowing.
Okay.
The ritual that they test the mages with. It's not unlike our joining, really, and just as deadly.
What's the point?
The girl they tested, she had a demon put inside her to see if she could resist, and she couldn't. We had to end it quickly. I have to say I didn't have much interest in becoming a Templar after that.
So the Templars get sent in to the mages ceremony for the harrowing, which is them taking demons from the Fade to see if they, like, that's how mages see if they control magic. I forget how that works, but if it doesn't work, Templars go, they just kill them, they neutralize. So couldn't others learn these talents? So Templars use magic themselves. Seems like the Templars could run the chant. So they use magic themselves?
You could call it that, sure. The Chantry doesn't look on it the same way, however, since really our talents only work on mages. Against a regular person, I'm just a guy in a metal suit.
Yeah, okay. Seems like the Templars could run the Chanters, so couldn't others learn these talents?
Perhaps,
Sure.
but there usually isn't much of an opportunity. The Chantry keeps a close rein on its Templars. We are given lyrium to help develop our magical talents.
There it is.
Which means we become...
This was in some of the codexes.
And since the Chantry controls the lyrium trade with the dwarves...
I did not know the dwarves were attached to this.
You can put two together.
So the Chantry controls the lyrium. Lyrium's going to the Templars. They control it because they make them mad. Well, how do the doors part? Okay, I don't know. Well, I'm sure. So you were addicted to this lyrium? That's horrible. I can't believe they would do that. Sounds like an excellent method of control. That's horrible. I can't believe they do that. That is kind of horrible. Xandre, I don't know if Xandre would have the context of this, though. I mean, yeah, it's a form of slavery as far as Xandre's concerned. Yeah, you know what?
Well, they do it, and they feel
justified.
You don't need lyrium in order to learn the Templar talents. Lyrium just makes Templar's talents more effective, or so I was told. Maybe it doesn't even do that. The Chantry usually doesn't let their Templars get away either, so they can spread their secret. I'm a bit of an exception. Lucky me.
Oh, thank God. I thought he got angry there. So interesting. The lyrium might not actually be necessary.
What do you need?
To be a Templar. They're just using it as an excuse to control. I'm hating the Chantry more and more. But isn't Liliana associated to the Chantry? This is going to bring up some problems later on. There's a lot of like mishmashing of like, you know, what people are connected to and whatever, and I'm gonna have to disappoint someone at some point. I don't think I can preserve all these relationships. Can you teach others to be a Templar? I thought that's how I started all of that conversation. Should I do it again? Yeah.
I suppose I could, but I really would rather not.
Okay then.
When the Grand Cleric let Duncan recruit me, she made me swear never to reveal Templar secrets outside of the Chantry. I'd rather not go back on my word.
Okay, well, I can respect that. Very well, I'll respect your word. You don't like this, you don't think this is important? How does that work? This is the second time I saw an option where, what if I ordered you to Zephyrin? Like, can you just force these characters to teach you? I don't want to. I'm not going to do that from an RP standpoint. I don't really care about the class. Well, no, I don't care about that. Not for Xandre. And what if I ordered you to do it? Oh, no, yeah, so I thought that was the equivalent of that. But no, Zevran got that option as well as that one. No, I'm just going to, I respect.
Ask me later, perhaps. Maybe I'll change my mind.
I'm not going to force anybody to do nothing.
This is not something small you're asking, after all.
I think that was already there. I need that to go away because it confuses me. I don't know if I'm... Oh, I wanted to check. So is where's Alistair at in his rating? Ooh, Zevran's like the highest so far. Ooh, 7. I lost like 20, I think, at one point. Shit, he's low right now. Alright, so let's keep going with Alistair.
What do you need?
Your reputation to go up. I'd like to ask you something. Let's go with... tell me... What? Tell me about the Grey Wardens. Wait. So how did you become a Grey Warden? Why did you keep your birthright a secret? Ooh, I'm curious about that one. I'm gonna slowly work my way into possibly creating another rift between us. I'm sure it won't, but tell me about the Grey Wardens.
Such as they are.
But where are the nearest Grey Wardens from here? Is there a headquarters somewhere? So what happens now that there's just 2 of us? Will we need to start rebuilding the order? What would happen if we just left? I have no more questions. Those last 2 are not enough. Let's start with the top. Yeah, I would like to know if there's any any other Grey Wardens nearby so we can recruit them?
That's
as
a good
fast as
question.
possible?
There's plenty in Orlais, but who knows where they might be found. And the nearest Orlesian city is weeks away. If we go north and cross the sea, there's bound to be some in the Free Marches. Again, however, I just don't know where. I don't know anything about Grey Wardens in other lands.
And I don't know if this game's scope goes that far. So is there a headquarters somewhere?
Here in Ferelden, there's our compound in Denerim at the palace, but that's it.
Okay.
Loghain will have control over that and be watching it, no doubt.
Okay.
Beyond that, the only place I know of is Weishaupt Fortress. That's the headquarters of all Grey Wardens in the Anderfelds, 1,000 miles, but I've no idea how to even contact them. So unless we try to get back to the compound in Denerim, I suppose the answer is no.
So compound.
There's nowhere
first.
for us to go.
So we gotta take it back from Terran Loghain. So what happens now that there's just two of us?
I imagine that eventually the Grey Wardens outside of Ferelden will wonder what's happened, why there's no contact from Duncan or someone.
So there are more.
They'll send someone
just
eventually.
not on this province.
Though who knows what Loghain's people
land,
in Denerim will
in this
tell them.
country,
Maybe they
in this
won't send
continent.
any. We could try to contact them, but that would mean leaving Ferelden. And even if we did, they couldn't come back with us in time to stop the Blight.
Right.
So that means whatever happens, it's up to us.
So under these circumstances, we're the only two left to deal with the Blight problem. Okay, so we need to start rebuilding the Order. I guess the Order already exists. It's just it's like fragmented, right?
I mean, eventually we would have to use the joining to make more Grey Wardens, right? But I don't know how to do the joining or what's involved.
Ooh.
I know it involves lyrium and some other magic and that it's really difficult to prepare, but that's it. Unless we can find out more about the joining, I guess we better get used to the idea that there might only be two of us for now, until more come from elsewhere.
I see. I had never considered that. You can't just... Because I was like, when do I make Sten a Grey Warden, right? Well, I don't. Unless... I never considered that. We don't... Duncan was the guy who knew the ritual for the joining, so... Is that suggesting that we can find out in this game until more come from elsewhere? What would happen if we just left? Now, I don't want to say that. So I've...
About the Grey
no more
Wardens,
questions.
anyhow. Fair
So
enough.
let's...
What do you need?
Yeah, let me keep asking you stuff. I'd like to ask you
Ask
something.
away.
What did I just ask that? So how did you become a Grey Warden?
Same
Let's
way
go
you did.
A little more
you drink
personal.
some blood, you choke on it, and pass out.
Don't be a joking
You haven't
bitch.
forgotten already, have you?
Oh fuck! I will cut you. I mean before that. Haha, very funny. Maybe I'll try to soften the blow here. I'll maybe get, from an RP standpoint, maybe I'll try to get buddy with him again. If you don't want to answer that, just say no, don't be an idiot. Haha, very funny.
I do my best. What can I say? Let's see. I was in the
Okay.
Chantry before. I trained for many years to
normal.
become a Templar,
We're
in
good.
fact.
We're good.
That's where I learned most of my skills.
Yes, I got it. You don't seem like the religious sort. Nah, he does sort of seem like, doesn't he? He's had some back and forth with Morrigan that sounds like he's taking more of a religious stance. Not as much as Liliana, though. So you mentioned before. What skills might those be? So you mentioned, well, but then he does, I don't know. I don't know why that would be a line. Like, it's making me second guess what I've experienced so far. Like, I feel like, but he just finished saying he didn't finish becoming a Templar. Oh, and when I first met him, he was like making jokes about the Chantry. Yeah, I'm gonna say this. Like he was almost disrespecting them to a certain degree. Or was that a mage? Oh god, I forget. I think it was a mage. I don't remember. It was a mage. So you mentioned before. I'm just gonna go so you mentioned before.
It's really for the best.
Safe
I'm not
neutral.
exactly the Chantry type, if you haven't noticed. I don't think I would have made a very good Templar. The Grand Cleric didn't want to let me go. Duncan was forced to conscript me, actually, and was she ever furious when he did.
Forced?
I thought she was going to have us both arrested.
Forced.
I was lucky.
You think Duncan took pity on you? I wouldn't want to say that. I don't know why that might be true, though. You think this is better than being a Templar? You think this is better than being a Templar? What, being a Grey Warden is better than being a Templar? I would say yes. Templars sound like people I'm not gonna make friends with. Why did the Grand Cleric want to keep you? Yeah, I'm gonna go with
I
that.
wondered that myself.
That sounds weird.
It's not as if she valued me highly. I think she just didn't want to give anything to the Grey
Did she
Wardens.
know
is
he
all.
was
The Chantry didn't lose
heir
much,
to the throne?
and I think I can do more fighting the Blight anyhow rather than sitting in a temple somewhere. I'll always be thankful to Duncan for recruiting me. If it hadn't been for him, you know, I wouldn't have.
Oh damn. I shouldn't have brought him up. I'm sorry. Don't start crying again, please. He was a good man. That's the Xandre answer. He was a good man.
A good man who didn't deserve his fate.
No, he did not.
That much, I'm sure.
But he did die.
Come on, let's
awesomely.
go. I think I'm done talking.
He climbed a goddamn ogre. Fucked it up. It was awesome. I'm gonna
What do you need?
hit up Alistair again for some more questions.
Ask away.
That was a long time ago, man. I think this is episode 50, people. It's crazy. 50. God, I remember when I started this. didn't even know how to friggin'... I didn't have a comfortable way to record episodes yet. I was still learning how to do all of this. So, anyways, thanks for being along for the ride, folks. Can you teach others to be a Templar? Tell me about the Grey Wardens. Why did you keep your birthright a secret? Now I'm gonna get personal.
You never asked?
Be a jackass. That's a cheap answer. Do you want to make me more angry? See, I wish I knew when, like, I wish they put a little note, like sarcasm, like you're trying to joke by saying what you say, you know? Don't answer then. That's just being, no. That's a cheap answer. You never, it is a cheap answer. Do you want to make me angry? I want to say this as a joke, like as a sarcastic joke. Like, you know, like this, like, I do this in real life, right? Like when I never keep things going for too long, because when people jab me, I sort of jab back with like I jokingly provoke so that it just diffuses the tension, you know? And I feel like that part of me is in Xandre to a certain degree. You never asked. Do you want to make me more angry? I'm not angry anymore, though. No, I'm just saying it as a joke.
No, calm down. I'm not trying to make you more upset. I
mean, I was angry when he bitched at me, you know?
The
So
thing
hold on.
is,
That's
I'm used to not telling anyone who didn't already know. It was always a secret. Even Duncan was the only Grey Warden who knew.
That
And
went
then
different than I
after the
expected,
battle, when I should have told, I don't know, it seemed like it was too late by then. How do you just tell someone that?
It's come up, Alistair. You've been avoiding it. How about, by the way, I'm the heir to the throne? Maybe I didn't mean that as a sarcastic line. Maybe Xandre just wants to set him straight again, or get us back to being cool with each other, you know? I guess I can understand that. How do you just tell someone that? No, he wouldn't understand that. That's kind of important. Yeah, by the way, I'm the heir to the throne.
Yes, well, I suppose part of me kind of liked you not knowing.
It's kind of important. Why? What happens when people find out? You enjoyed not telling me? You don't think it was dangerous not to? I don't know if it was dangerous. Like, who else knew? I don't know if it was dangerous, but it could put us in a compromising scenario without us knowing, so we couldn't defend ourselves from those surprises, you know. So what happens when people find out? Yeah,
They treat me differently. I become the bastard prince to them instead of just Alistair. I know that must sound stupid to you, but I hate that it shaped my entire life. I never wanted it, but I certainly don't want to be king. The very idea of it terrifies me.
Yeah, that's where it gets a little bit like there's some politics here that Xandre wouldn't care too much about the fact that, yeah, but it's part of, like, he wouldn't have any of that notion, right? Like that the humans might have, but he'd be more like, well, no, if he doesn't want to do it, then don't do it, you know? But it's not how it works in that kind of lifestyle. You probably don't have a choice in the matter. Yeah, it's like that. It's that sort of thing. Party, yeah. It doesn't sound stupid at all. That's how Xandre feels. Don't want to be king, why not? No, I wouldn't push him for that. And then that sounds incredibly whiny. No, so it doesn't sound stupid at all, is what Xandre would say. He wouldn't have the human context of this one. Yeah,
For all the good it does me, my blood seems
shit.
certain to haunt me no matter what I do. I guess I should be thankful that Al-Eman is far more likely to inherit the throne. If he's alright, well, I hope he's alright. For what it's worth, I'm sorry for not telling you sooner. It was a dumb thing to do.
Oh, see, Alistair? Apology accepted. Yes, it was. Incredibly dumb. Don't worry about it, Alistair. No harm done. This seems like I'm entitled to an apology. Xandre's not looking for an apology. He just wants people to be straight about things so that you can function as a unit. So this is the one he would say. No harm done. Let's just put it behind us.
I guess it's kind of a relief that you know now. Let's go.
Pretend I didn't sacrifice a mother to exorcise a boy from a demon. I think I'm done with Alistair for now. I might try the Templar again, but no, this guy's scaring the shit out of me, man. I mean, more than Morgan. Morgan, I feel like I've got a vibe with Morgan I feel good about. Alright, Stan,
yes.
Let's do this. Here we go. I have to get in a state of mind, man. I have to understand who I'm talking to with this guy. I feel like he's got a unique thing to his character that I need him to respect me, and I'm afraid of how I'm going to go about doing that. So I have a question. I wanted to discuss something you mentioned. I think you should leave. No. And let's go. No. So I have a question. Someone said in the comments that these open different, like this one opens up things that you overhear when you have them on your team or something. I always hit a dead end with this.
Speak then.
Yeah, that's enough for now. And oh, what about? What was that about the children? What about the children? He did say something in Danarim when I was running by the marketplace, and even in editing, I was like, I don't know what he's saying, and I don't know why he's saying it. I feel like I'm missing some context here, but I'm guessing that was that line. It's tied to the children? Did he see children? What did he say? He said that oh man, I forget now. It was a week ago when I edited that. So I'm just gonna push this.
What were they doing?
I'll
Did
figure
not
it out
look
as
like
I
it
go.
served any purpose.
What were they doing? It did not look like they served, like it served purpose. What were they doing? Oh, they were playing. Okay, I got context now. So there were children playing in the marketplace, and that's not a real question, is it? What were they doing? Don't tell me the Canary children are always serious. So I'm learning a little bit about the Canary in this one, and this is scaring me because I don't know. I don't want to offend him. You know, I feel like I never know when he's like cool with things or when he's offended. I gotta make a call. How am I gonna play this? I'm just gonna, matter of fact, Xandre, they were playing.
That word means nothing to me.
Oh boy. Okay. What do Canary children do if they don't play? I'm not gonna call out his entire race for not playing if he's confused. I'm not gonna do that. Xandre would know better to do. You were a child once. You must remember it. Playing, I guess? Canary must lead very dull lives. That seems rude. Shit. Both of these feel like I'm questioning his race's, like his culture. I don't want to offend him. I'm so worried right now. You were a child once. You must remember it. Okay, so I'm gonna, different frame of mind. I'm gonna go into a frame of mind of, I have to understand, like, it's almost like I have to translate what he's trying to say to me, in a way that respects that I want to learn about his culture, but not offend him. What do Canary children do if they don't play? They're a legitimate question.
They study.
All right, one step at a time. They must play sometimes. I'm not going to push this one anymore. Okay, they study. That's the cultural piece. What do they study? That's all they do? Again, this one seems like I'm saying that must be bored. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm being rude about it. I'm going to go straight forward. What do they study?
They learn their place in the world.
That's very weird. What do you mean their place in the world? Canary parents really treat their children this way? I'm not going to say that. See, I'm afraid that's going to offend him. That explains a lot about you, Sten. I don't want to be rude about it either. This is the only option I could choose. What do you mean they're I'm just going to question his culture again because I'm curious. I'm curious about cultures and lore.
What do your priests teach
and
the
heritage.
Emekari, if not how to be adults?
That's how I'm going to look at this. Because Xandre's whole point is to preserve heritage. This is any Xandre I play, no matter the game, right? No matter the world. Multiverse Xandre. So I need to approach this as if I have to respect another race's heritage, which is the Xandre thing to do. Okay. What did he just say? What do your priests teach the Emekari? Is that the children? Yes. If not, how to be adults. What do the priests teach? That's not what priests do. See, again, if I say it like this, I feel like I'm telling him that his priests shouldn't be teaching the Emekari, the children. From my point of view, parents teach children to be adults, not priests. Oh, frig, they both sound negative. Please don't hate me, Sten. Respect me. That's not what priests do. That sounds so general. Like general. That's a general statement. Parents teach children to be adults, not priests. If not how to be adults. What do your priests teach the Emekari if not how to be adults? Oh, he's asking me what do your priests, and I'm going to teach him about my culture and say parents teach children to be adults, not priests.
Parents. Are you speaking nonsense on purpose? If you insist on speaking, use real words.
Oh my god. Oh my god, I can't win with this guy. What do Canary... Okay, hold on, let's take a step back. What do Canary call people with children? That's a good line. I like that. Because like you're pulling on what... You're learning about each other, you know? You must know what parents are. I'm not... That's questioning his intelligence. See, I'm over logicking this thing. Very funny, Stan. I don't think he's trying to be funny. I'm only left with this option. What do Canary call people with children?
Tamasrans, but
Good.
the
So now we
Emekari
have
are not
Emekari.
theirs.
Now we have
They belong to the
Tamasrans.
Kunari, not the priesthood.
So the children are not the parents. They're owned by the people. They're owned by the Canary. They belong to the people. So they're kind of like a hive, like not a hive. What do they call it? Like it's like group. It's like prairie dogs in Africa, part of the colony or whatever. Not colony. What do they call? What are the prairie dog groups called? Anyway, not the priesthood. So they belong to the people, not the priesthood. So only your priests have children. Oh, interesting. Is that what he's saying? Is that what he's saying? Parents don't own children. They're the ones who birthed them. So they're raised by priests, but they belong to everyone. Oh, okay. I'm going to translate what he just said up there. They belong to the people. They belong to everyone. They are raised by the priesthood. The children are not of the parent for raising. I'm going to translate what he's saying and reuse
Yes.
the opposite.
Can we move on?
You're angry. Why are you angry? I had another question.
Very well.
No, he's angry. Why is he angry at me? Oh my god, now I'm going to question his culture. Yeah, I am. Yeah.
It obviously didn't work for you.
Oh, man. What's that supposed to mean? Cute. I'm serious. God damn it, Sten. What's that supposed to mean? No. I'm serious?
As am I. You are a Grey Warden, yet you know little of your own order. You do not know yourself or what you are for. It was cruel of your people to leave you this way. The Tamasran see that all Kunari know themselves.
Becoming a Grey Warden was a recent development. Why would my people decide who I am? I do know who and what I am. Becoming a Grey Warden was a recent development. So that goes against its own people's belief of... I'm worried again. I should have backed out. Why would my people decide who I am? But hold on, the people don't decide in Kunari lore. It's the priesthood that teach them their place. I do know who and what I am. Yeah, but Xandre would take ownership over this. Like, I don't know if I'd be playing around with this kind of crap anymore. Like, I do know who and what I am. I do know, yeah.
Why do you hesitate? It is your task to fight
How do
the
they know I
Archdemon,
hesitated?
isn't it?
Oh shit, no, he's calling me out on my, like, main quest. Oh god, I'm not ready for this, Stan. We aren't finished with our preparations yet. I feel like this is like telling Stan that we're weak, that I'm weak. I don't want to do that. We have to deal with Loghain first. He's gonna ask why, probably. Because I'm guessing he was sent here to fight. Did something happen? And so he failed in his quest? Fuck. What's your rush? Because I think from previous conversations, I think his place is to maybe be a warrior, and so he was sent here to kill a demon, so that's his place. That's how he understands things. Maybe? I don't know. It is my task, but I'm not ready yet. It is my task. Why do you hesitate? It is your task to fight the archdemon, isn't it? It is my task, but I'm not ready yet. See, that feels weak too. We have to deal with Loghain first. Yeah.
And somehow this will bring us closer to the Archdemon. Interesting strategy.
I'm crossing my fingers. I don't know where this guy's going to take this, but I need to turn this conversation around where it is about taking this guy out. But there's a sequence to things, you know? There's a strategy to... what do you want to do? Charge straight at the Archdemon? He's going to say yes. I don't even want to click that. Trust me. Why should he trust me, though? See, I don't have this trust yet. I feel like I should have come at this later. I'm going to waste this whole episode figuring out Sten. Well, whatever I do, and it's being recorded. I'm not even going to cut this episode because I'm not doing it again. I'm just going to accept whatever I choose because I'm going to feel it's right. Okay, well, whatever I do, you have to follow me. But does he? Does he have to follow me? I don't think he does. Well, whatever I do, you have to follow me. What do you want to do? Charge straight at the demon? This is deflecting it back to him, though, and it has nothing to do with me. I'm asking him for an opinion on what he would do. He's going to tell me yes. Can I tell him that'd be stupid because there's no strategy in that? I'm asking him to trust me before I've gained his trust. And somehow this will bring us closer to the Archdemon. Interesting strategy. Yeah, it's a strategy. Maybe I should say trust. You know what? I'm going to say trust me because I'm confident enough about my decision as a leader. Just trust me.
For now, I weary of this. Can we move on?
See? Angry voice. I don't like your angry voice. I had another question.
Very well.
No, okay, that's enough for now.
I suggest we move on.
Let's move on. Okay, oh god. No. Yeah, let's go.
As you wish.
Oh Jesus. Plus 11! Plus 11. Plus 11. How did I get plus 11? Like he was angry at me all the time. He was angry at me all the time. I don't know which one of my answers got that plus 11 at all. I'm 30 minutes in or so. I'm gonna go to Morgan. I'm gonna save. Should I save? What if something breaks? I'm gonna save because I'm afraid like something might happen to the game. I've had this game crash on me once, and I had to redo things. I'm not doing it. Don't know what I did. Get plus 11. Wait, where's he at right now? Stan, how we doing? How we doing, buddy? Why is he still so angry at me? He's at plus 19. Oh, he's still neutral. Oh, I see. Hold on. It says neutral. I see. Then it goes to approved. Ooh, Morgan's approved already. Alistair's getting up there. Well, no, he's somehow... That last fight, holy smokes. Wow, Liliana and I are tight. Alright, here we go.
Yes?
Morgan it up. Where's this gonna go? Okay, I'd like to ask you something. So life in the wilds must have been very lonely. I'd like to discuss something personal. I'd like to ask you something. Sure.
If you must.
Have I done the shape changer thing yet? No, I did, but then she said, no, come back to me. Should I try to get through some more conversation? And I'm going to try this now.
I cannot teach you, no. But any other mages that cared to learn, yes, I could do that. Send whoever you wish my way, and I shall teach them what I can in the camp. Provided they possess the will to even.
Here we go. Yes. One more. Bam. Sweet. All right, let's do this again. Come on, Morgan.
Yes?
Let's get personal here. Share a little bit more about your past. I'd like to ask you something.
Must.
Can you teach... I already did that. Is Flemeth really what she seems to be?
Well, that depends, does it not? What does she seem to be?
I don't know, but my dog seems to be confused outside that door. No, I'm going to finish this episode. Okay, what does she seem to be? I don't know. An old woman? That sounds like a Xandre... Matter of fact, powerful Maleficar. Feeling a little bit like that. That's standard. A nutty old bat. You know what? Yeah, she did seem like kind of crazy. I'm gonna go with nutty old bat.
Sometimes I do wonder the very same thing. Tell me, how much do you know of the tale? The one that the chastened still tell of my mother.
I've heard of it.
To frighten them into obedience.
I don't believe it, but I've heard of it. I don't even know what? I didn't even know there was such a thing. Incorrect. I've heard a little of it. That is correct. I'm more interested in the truth. Even more correct. Spare me the bedtime stories. I'm more interested in it.
I can relay what Flemeth once told me herself, and you can decide whether or not 'tis the truth, if you desire.
Let's do this. Let's learn some more about Flemeth, because I feel like that's gonna come at us later in the game. I feel it. Because it's still in the map, like I can still go there. You know, it just hit me now, like why haven't I tried to go back? Why haven't I gone back to see if there's something opens up? Anyways, that sounds interesting. If you decide, yes, that sounds interesting. All right, but make it quick. And the point would be, no thanks. Yes, lore, Xandre wants to learn
As
more.
the tale is sung by the bard, there was a time when Flemeth was young and beautiful.
This is in the
A
codex.
fair lass in a land of barbarian men.
Yep,
The desire of any who saw her.
Yep. Just how long ago is this? I believe according to the codex, a couple hundred years, right? A couple ages? Yes, I've heard this part. Oh, can I just skip this part? Should I just... Not true then? Yes, I've heard this part. Should I just let her tell the story? Yeah, I'm going to egg her on. So just how long ago is this?
Many centuries before this land was even named Ferelden. Right? The tales say that Flemeth fell in love with Osen the Bard and fled the castle of her husband, the dread Lord Conobar, and that he swore vengeance for her infidelity. In truth, my mother claims that 'twas Osen who was her husband, and Conobar the jealous lord who looked on from afar. Lord Conobar approached young Osen and offered him wealth and power in exchange for his lovely wife, and Osen agreed.
So that's like the opposite of what's in the codex. Like, oh, I want to go back to the codex and see who wrote that entry of the codex. That's interesting, because now you're hearing it from her point of view, and like, which one's the truth, right? Like, history is always, the truth is always, who is it? The one who wins the war, and the winners of war are the ones who tell history. I don't remember how that line goes, but I think you guys know what I'm saying, right? The ones who write history are doesn't matter. I'm gonna mangle that. So I don't know who's telling the truth. He sold his wife to another man. That would leave me feeling strange. Yeah. Flemeth must have been angry. Probably also true. Seems like a fair deal. What? Wealth and power in exchange for a wife. Yeah, but it's someone else's wife. Xandre wouldn't be for that. You know, it's weird because I feel like from Morgan's point of view, because she's all about like learning how to survive and learning how to, like, I don't think she knows love, and I think that's what intrigues Xandre about her. Like, right from bringing her onto the team, like, at the start. I don't feel like she knows how to be close to people, and that intrigues Xandre quite a bit, because he wants to help her grow as a person, I guess, like, just, like, I'm out of that. And I feel like she would see this as a fair deal, because she doesn't know that there's that connection, that bond that's getting broken. I'm gonna go with the Xandre feeling, like he feels like there's something sacred that you shouldn't be like exchanging wealth and power.
The life of a bard is a poor one, love fades in the wake of hunger. 'Twas Flemeth who suggested the arrangement.
Oh shit!
All would have been well had Lord Conobar kept his end of the bargain.
It was her idea,
but he was a foul man who bargained with coin he did not possess. Osen was led off to a field and slain, left for dead. Flemeth spoke to the spirits and learned of the deed, and swore revenge.
That's completely different than the Codex. She spoke to spirits or demons. The Codex speaks with a pact with a demon. I don't remember. I don't think it was spirits. I think it was a demon. But wasn't she now married to a wealthier man? Xandre wouldn't see it that way. She would have been betrayed. Especially if she made the deal. She told Osen to make the deal. Maybe she wanted him to get the money, and then Flemeth would leave Conabar anyways or something like that. But then they'd have money, you know? Fuck, what if both stories are true? Like a version of both stories are true? Because now that made sense in my head. Maybe there's like a mashing of these as truth. Okay, so she truly loved Osen then? So she truly loved Osen then. Xandre would be curious if there actually was a connection there, but at the same time, I heard there was a demon involved here. What's the real difference again? Spirits in the Fade versus Demon Fade? I think they're separate, right? They're different things, right? I don't know. But did she really love Osen though? Because she made the deal. She's the one who came up with this deal to be another man's wife so that a poor dude could be rich and powerful. She couldn't have loved him. But that's how the story started. I'm so confused. I don't know what Xandre would say. I don't know if he'd be curious about, like, tell me what I'm dealing with. Like, I think your mother, like, she saved us out of that tower. I don't know how she did that. And really, it's just Xandre likes to know who he's dealing with, and he doesn't feel like he knows who he's dealing with here. He's starting to know who he's dealing with here, but not here. She spoke with spirits or demons?
Spirits first, and 'twas they who slew Conabar. Flemeth did not turn to the demon until much later. Lord Conabar's allies chased Flemeth, you see. Chased her to the wilds, and there she hid.
Right.
There she found the demon, and he made her strong. The legends all speak of the great hero Cormac, he who defeated Flemeth and her great army when she invaded the lowlands centuries later. All lies.
Was this in the early Elven camp? Like, this name came up? Also, where I was, like, reacting there is, like, we just read that codex where I forget the tale, but it was the one where the guy slays, that's it, it's like the Good Samaritan tale. So the guy walks on the street, and then the old man needs food or something. The guy gives him food, and the old man gives him an axe, and then that guy sleeps in the branches of a tree. The tree cries out, help, help, help. Then he cuts down the tree because he learns that there's a spirit or something trapped in the tree, but he strikes down the tree bleeds, and then a demon appears, and I'm wondering if that's the demon that... I wonder if this whole thing is intertwined. Oh man, that would be crazy if that pans out. Okay, so what am I doing? What do we just do? So Hero Cormac, so he defeated Flemeth, presumably with an army. All lies. What's a lie? Of course Flemeth would say that was a lie. Okay, which... She never invaded, or he never defeated her. Oh, I like that line. Even my people have heard of Cormac. Okay, maybe that wasn't no, there was like I thought there was like, it was like the barbarian or something about barbarians. I don't remember. That was a long time ago too. So which? She never invaded, or he never defeated her?
The truth of the matter is that there was never an invasion. As Flemeth tells it, the Chastened never raised an army under her banner, and she never fought with any warrior named Cormac. Cormac led a brutal civil war against his own people, and later claimed it was to vanquish evil that had taken root amongst the lords. Thus, he was hailed a hero. Flemeth was only attached to the legend much later. Perhaps 'twas due to the great war with the Chastened that eventually came, but Mother claims not to know how it began.
That Elven story with the Chastened, I thought I had to do that eventually. Not to know how it began. Do you believe her version? How is it that Flemeth has survived for so long? The legend tells of Flemeth having many daughters. Aren't abominations usually insane horrors? An interesting story thing. That all sounds like hogwash. Do you believe her version?
I do not believe everything that Flemeth claims. Oft it seems her bitterness has coloured her memories. But on the whole, yes,
Crazy
I believe
old
this
lady.
tale, if not all.
Oh, she does believe her though. How is it that Flemeth has survived for so long?
The demon within her has transformed her into something else. An abomination, perhaps some would say. I know not. I only know my mother is clever, and she is part of the wilds as it is part of her. But she is no immortal. She bleeds. A blade in her heart would kill her like any other, were it lucky enough to find her.
That seems important. The legend tells of Flemeth having many daughters.
You ask if I have sisters. I have asked of this myself. The stories tell of many witches of the wilds, after all, not just the one. And these tales existed long before I did. Flemeth refuses to speak of other daughters, if they existed. So, should I believe I am her first? I doubt that too.
Why would she refuse to speak of them? Aren't abominations usually insane horrors? Know where I'd get the context for that? I'm gonna go with this one so far. Why would she refuse to speak?
The Chastened tell of a falling out between Flemeth and her daughters. They say that one day she hunted them all through the wilds and ate their heart. It may be true. I have never seen another witch or heard of one. Perhaps one day Flemeth will eat my heart as well.
Okay, aren't abominations usually insane horrors? Sure, I'll ask
How
that anyways.
often is this usually? Always? If not always, then when is it not true? There are more things in this world and the next than you or I could ever hope to understand.
Okay.
What Flemeth became is a mystery, I suspect,
so she is
even
something?
to her.
Oh, might this be actually real? Like she's actually like raised into some sort of godhoody kind of thing? Like she's like some sort of higher spirit? An interesting story. Thank you.
Flemeth tells it with far more embellishment than I, but you are welcome. Dare I ask of your own mother? Few are abominations of legend, 'tis true, but I find myself curious nevertheless.
Oh my god, my allergies are going nuts right now. This is it for tonight after this. Yeah, my mother's dead, right? My mother died a long time ago because there's that scene in the Elven starting zone where you talk to an older elf, and I thought it was going to be a mother or something, and then she's just the person who raised, but not my mother. So I don't know what happened to my mother. My mother died a long time ago. There's nothing really to say about her. I don't resent it. I love her. What else do you want to know? I don't know if Xandre would say this, although that's a sappy line to say. Xandre isn't that kind of character. Keep your curiosity to yourself. No, so my mother, matter of fact, she died a long time ago. Xandre's moved on.
Ah, then you have my sympathies for
I don't have any
what
context
it is
for
worth.
caring.
Which is
that.
very little, I am certain. It matters not. Let us move on.
What is this? And again, skill acquired. Oh, +6. Codex update. Oh, skill acquired. Again, what? What? Minor magic. Minor magic plot passive. Inspired by your leadership, this party member has gained a minor bonus to magic. That is awesome. That is awesome. So where did hers trigger? She was at what, 20 maybe? What was she at? So when, yeah, so it's at 25 or 26. Interested. What the hell does that mean? Interesting. Wait a minute, I just read. High approval provides combat bonuses and possible romance options, while low approval may lead to a party member to desert you. I see. I see. I'm gonna leave it here. I'm gonna leave it here. I think she probably has.
Yes.
Let me just quick, because I feel like I'm going way over and I can't cut around this. Oh, let me show you guys something. I discovered it right before. Sorry, before wrapping up. How did I do this again? Heroic accomplishments. You see this right here? World Explorer, 23%. About a quarter away through the world, and then where's the one that talks about the completion of the game? Look at that. Amount of Dragon Age Origins complete. 15%. I'll see you around in episode 300. How's that? And yeah, let's not waste any time.
Yes?
I want to also get I want to check the stuff at Soldier's Peak. I need to check the gear there, and then I want to hit up the forest real quick for the elf route. I know that's going to open up a bunch of stuff, and then I want to go to Soldier's Pass, I think is the DLC name. In the comments, someone suggested to get my ass moving in that direction. So let's see how much I get done today. So I'd like to ask you a question. So life in the wilds must have been very lonely. I'd like to discuss something personal. I'm going to go with so life in the wilds.
At times, perhaps.
Lonely.
A world full of people and buildings and things was all very foreign to me. If I wished companionship, I ran with the wolves and flew with the birds. If I spoke, 'twas to the trees.
That always makes me think that she like I think I mentioned early on, my theory that she started as an animal, or that's what Flemeth, I don't know, Flemeth turns animals into humans or something like that, but I'd be way off, right? But it seems cool to me if that were the case, but let's keep going. And did they speak back? And that seemed normal to you, but you eventually left. That sounds wonderful. So Xandre would think that sounds wonderful. Because of his affinity to nature, so that sounds wonderful.
For a time, but one can only remain a child for so long. I recall the first time I crept beyond the edge of the wilds. I did so in animal form, remaining in the shadows and watching these strange townsfolk from afar. I happened upon a noblewoman by her carriage, adorned in sparkling garments the likes of which I had never before seen. I was dazzled. This, to me, seemed what true wealth and beauty must be.
See, that's a strange concept.
I snuck up behind her and stole a hand mirror from the carriage. 'Twas encrusted in gold and crystalline gemstones, and I hugged it to my chest with delight as I sped back to the wilds.
I bet you there's something to do with a hand mirror as a gift. This is going to be important. I was going to say, it seems weird that someone who grew up in the wilds would have a concept of wealth and beauty. So that's thrown me off a little bit. I have a feeling this story is going to go somewhere, though. And so here we have, like, again, gold and crystalline gemstones. So she's gotten a fascination for things that are ritzed up, or just pretty things that are shiny. Wait a minute. Isn't that the whole thing with crows? They pick up shiny objects. And her name's Morgan. It's kind of like a crow god. I'm reading way too deep into this. So you were a thief. I can't imagine Flemeth was pleased. Why would Flemeth care? She stole something. What happened then? I'm just going to go with what happened then. Get the rest of the story.
Was furious
she
with
was
me.
Furious. Why, though?
I was a child and had not yet come into my full power, and I had risked discovery for the sake of a pretty bauble.
So not because of the
to
theft.
teach me a lesson, Flemeth took the mirror and smashed it upon the ground.
There it is. So there's the sign. So
I was heartbroken.
So she loves this mirror as a child. It gets smashed, and I bet you any money there's a mirror to be found or purchased or something like that as a gift to give to Morgan or something. So I have, like, it was in Draste, so I feel like I'm getting to the point now where the characters are starting to suggest the thing that that would be important as a gift. So I have, it was in Draste's, that flower, and Draste's breath or something for Liliana, because it reminded me of her mother. Xandre talked about the Antivan leather boots. I feel like that's going to come up. What did Alistair talk about? I don't think I got anything from Alistair. It's probably going to be something tied to the Templars or I don't know, knighthood? I don't know. Don't have anything from Sten yet either, actually. And then from her, I think it's, as far as this is Mir. But you were just a child. I have a hard time picturing you heartbroken. Flemeth was right, no doubt. No, I don't think she was. Just a child doing child stuff. But I do have a hard time picturing her heartbroken. But she probably came to learn how to grow thick skin because of how Flemeth raised her. Yeah, I'm gonna have to say this one. I've only ever known her to be tough. Yeah.
That is because I learned my lesson well. Beauty and love are fleeting and have no meaning. Survival has meaning.
That's what she's all about.
Power has meaning.
Well, I don't know about that.
Without those lessons, I would not be here today, as difficult as they might have been.
So Xandre can get all behind the survival aspect, and that's, I think, how their relationship is growing. That's how he can kind of, like, he gets her. From that perspective, is the power-hungry part. Xandre has a bit of a problem. He doesn't think everything is about gaining power. It's about protecting the weak. If you have the power, then use it to protect the weak. Then he'll get behind the power. I feel sorry for you, but you don't need to live that way any longer. They made you stronger, didn't they? The lessons? Yeah. Those are harsh lessons to teach a child. Go with this one. They made you stronger, didn't they? Because I want to, because I feel like that's who she is right now. You know, she lives by the lessons she's learned. She's defined by the lessons she's learned.
They did indeed. Yeah. To return to your original question, perhaps my time in the wilds was indeed lonely, but such was how it had to be. I find myself at times wondering what might have become of the girl with the beautiful golden mirror, but such fantasies have no place amidst reality.
That's her item. +5. I'm going to be hyper aware of these things now. I think it's Sten and Alistair I haven't figured out yet.
Yes?
Okay, let's see what else she has. I'd like to ask you something. I'd like to discuss something personal. I'd like to ask you something.
So, full of questions, are you?
I thought my light was giving out, but it's actually the screen's flickering from the flames that's messing me up. So, can you teach others to become shape changers? I don't know why that's still an option. I feel like I've already gone through this. She's already taught me. I want to leave that one alone. Tell me, are you really Flemeth's daughter? Yeah, Xandre would want to get...
I assume you were actually asking whether Flemeth herself gave birth to me, truly? I do not know.
Yeah, maybe.
I once asked Flemeth that very question, and she merely laughed at me. 'Tis not inconceivable that she could capture a chastened man, or perhaps change to a more attractive form to attract him willingly.
Succubus.
I find it more difficult to imagine her with child.
Oh, I see. Why? Why can she not have a child? She was not always an old woman as she is now, was she? Could she have stolen you as a child? Can an abomination even reproduce? Oh yeah, I guess our last conversation talked about her being an abomination, like she doesn't know what she is or something like that. Xandre would be a little concerned about this. He's starting to get the sense that this is probably true. Yeah, could she have stolen you as a child?
It seems likely, does it not? In an animal form, a babe could easily be spirited away and raised as Flemeth's own. I do know the tales of Flemeth having many daughters, even though I have never met another, and Flemeth has always treated me as her blood.
Yeah, and for what purpose? That is very strange. She doesn't seem very motherly. Does that mean you love her? That she treats her as her blood? Is this line trying to get at the fact that Morgan doesn't love anything? She's cold, but how does she define love, maybe? So, like, if I treat her as family because she's part of my companions, this is how Xandre would like to have a relationship with the people on his troop, would that translate into more affection for her, like as a friendly, like a bond of sorts? Not so much like a love, but a bond. Does she even know what bonds are? What if you have real family out there? I don't think she'd care anymore. That's been bred out of her. Nurtured out of her. A cozy family of abominations and apostates. Sounds lovely. Okay, I'm not gonna joke or poke. That's an interesting one. I'm not going to say that one. I don't care about, I don't have an opinion on Flemeth as a mother figure. I just don't know what the hell I'm dealing with. I'm going to say this one. What if you have real family out there? See what
I would have nothing in common with them, nor any need for what they might provide.
Yeah, she just moves on.
Flemeth taught me everything I needed to learn. How to survive, the meaning of power, the truth of men. If other mothers do not teach these things, then I believe them the lesser.
I don't know about this last part. Mothers teaching the meaning of power, that making them the lesser. I suppose that's true. Is there no place for nurturing and love? I don't think Xandre would really... He understands the value of this in certain, like, cultures and relationships and stuff, but he personally doesn't have... He's probably the most like Morgan in this regard. Like, he doesn't have he doesn't feel the need to have this in his life. I don't know. Now I see where you get it from. Her coldness? Flemeth taught... Oh yeah, okay. Survive. Yeah, sure. She got taught by someone who valued those things. Survival and power. And the truth of men. So basically that they're all out for selfish reasons or something like that. I don't know. I thought that mothers not... I mean, mothers should teach some of those things. Or about the power. I suppose that's true? Yeah. Is it? Yeah, I suppose that's true.
You suppose it's true?
Is that the wrong answer?
'Tis true.
Oh.
Take yourself. You do not honestly desire such things from me, do you?
Nope.
'Tis better to be free of such cloying and cluttering delusions as
You're
love.
a maniac. I care about you as a companion maniac, but love. No, I certainly don't want that from you. Oh, I see. I guess this might be leading into some sort of relationship track or something. You're right. Love is so unnecessary. That is how Xandre feels. It feels like it limits people who have motivations in life that could be compromised by having deep relationships. And what if I did want that? I see they are maneuvering into some sort of relationship thing, I think. How would that work with Morgan? Doesn't seem like the kind to adapt well to that. Why limit yourself? Limit what? To be free with love or love? Delusions of... Say you're right. Love is so unnecessary. That's how Xandre...
There. I am glad you agree. I tire of this discussion. Let us move on, shall we?
Do we disagree? Plus 11. We totally did not disagree. Okay, so we're cool. Let's go with one more time. I'd like to ask you something. Ooh,
full of questions, are you?
Can you teach others to become... I'm going to see where this
Possibly,
goes.
if I had the desire to.
I do not.
I do not.
Okay. Perhaps you'd find a desire then. I should have known you'd be selfish, bitch. Jesus. And why not? As you wish. As you wish. Don't care. I think I already learned that last episode. I don't know. And let's go personal track.
Yes.
Let's see where this goes. I'd like to discuss something
We're
personal.
in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any.
Oh, I see. Making a play. Do I make a... I don't know. I don't think Xandre would make a play. Interesting. I'd like to see what happens in the narrative by pushing this along, but I don't think it's going to happen yet. From an RP standpoint, I don't feel like anything's happened to lead to this. So I'm not going to do it. I know you guys are probably like, what? But why? It's just a game. I'm not going to do it. I said, we need to discuss us. No, I don't. And never mind. I'm done. Okay, getting too close for comfort. Time to go. Time to go. Time to move on. That's awesome, though. Oh, where's she at then? Hold on. Oh, yeah. 42. She's good. Let's move forward. I'm going to go to Soldier's Peak because I want to see what items I left in that party crate.
Yes.
Indeed.
Let's go with these guys still. And I'm going to go up here, Soldier's Peak. Am I going to be able to make this without an encounter? What's this thing again? Oh shit, I don't know what this is. These open up with random quests, right? They weren't here before. Alright, so no random quests. That's okay, I can deal with that. I'm still waiting to race her because I think I want to give her another class or something. I don't know. I totally forget where I was going with things, but I'll figure it out. Ooh, Viridian. Oh man, 75% greater right there. Pow. And then we got, where are the rest of them? Oh yeah, 2. Oh yeah, double that up. A couple ammo. Oh, you're gonna look sweet. Grey Warden helmet. A little better. I lose the mental resistance, but that's okay. He looks a little weird. I don't like those wings. And we have chestplate. Ooh, look at that though. Oh my god, it's more than 2 times better. Like, he totally needed an armor upgrade. That's probably why he was getting trashed in those fights as well. I can't, I mean, hold on. Oh, stamina regen. That's okay, but oh my god, critical and backstab. Whew, why would he need that? That's almost better on Xandre. It's crazy. But you know, critical's pretty sweet. And there you go. Boom. Oh, now he's looking pretty aggressive. What sword do you have right now, buddy? Tier 3. Do I not have anything better for this man? No, I don't think I do. Nope. That's actually pretty good. I know it's a bit of cleanup, guys. Needs to happen, though. I'm afraid I'm going to get caught up in something. I already know what's coming in the woods because of some lore or something mentioned werewolves. That would have been awesome to discover by accident, though. So what did I have? Yeah, I'm going to do it. Studded leather, armor, inscribed or reinforced. Let's see, 699, 79 inscribed. And this could take slots, and I don't know what that is right now, but it might be worth the gold I'm spending right here. So I'm going to do an armor. I'm going to do studded leather boots, inscribed, please. Kablam. I want 1, please. That is thunder outside, not in the game. Messed me up right now because my house shook. My actual house shook. That might be why my dog barked earlier. What is going on outside? These headphones are amazing. And then I want some studded... Oh man, my house is just trembling right now. Is that in my audio? I don't know. I'll do one here. And let's do this now. Oh my god. Yeah, it's so much better. Let's do this. And then we have, this is the only one. I wish I could get inscribed here because I feel like it's just not a set, you know? I need it to be a set. We're good. Let's go. Where are we at with time? We're at half an hour. Well, I'll cut around some of that, but let's get on out of here. My next stop is, whoa, wait, what is this? I don't want to do it. What did that say? Yeah, Canary Mercenaries? I don't think so. If Sten is any indication of what I'm going to be dealing with, I don't need a group of them. I mean, I'm tempted to see what that is, but I'm not going to do that. Civil War, is that the thing that, the Terralongane thing? I have to, like, intercept this or something like that? I don't know. I forget what this is. I should probably get to doing this. I mean, I should get to do all of these things, but this is where people are telling me to go. I need to make my way to Sulcher's Pass. For whatever reason, someone suggests, I forget your name, I'm sorry. I'm trying to remember now, I can't remember. But, yeah, that's the next place I should be going. Ban Lauren's Lands. I actually don't even remember what this is anymore. So, all good. And let's just go Brazilian Outskirts. This is going to start something. So, hell, I might run into an encounter here. That's a long walk. There it is. Here we go. Testing out the new gear. Testing out the AI. This could be infuriating to me. That is not an... Oh, it's an abomination. I thought it was a revenant, man. I don't want to deal with revenants. Wait, they're behind me. Wait, why are you turned back? Okay, here we go. I have no idea if that's saved, but that's going to be infuriating too because I've done a lot now, so if I die here... I guess I can save during a... Can you save during a fight? I don't know, but I probably don't want to do that either. It looks like it's only 1. How bad could this be? I have defensive mode on right now. I don't want defensive mode on. I want it off. How do I just turn it off? There we go. I'm gonna get that stamina back. I'm gonna target him. I'm going to go straight with... I'm not gonna do arrow slaying. That's not gonna work for nothing. They gotta be hurt somewhat. So I'm gonna go with a critical shot for my first move. Morgan, yes, I'm going to micromanage right now because I don't trust anybody. I'm gonna get her to... put this vulnerability hex because I'm going to do frost weapons, right? So I'm going to click that on that guy. Then I'm going to do Xandre. It's too late to go stealth, I think. I'm going to try though because I don't think he knows we're here yet. Maybe he does. I don't know. And then Sten is going to do... He's armored up for this now, so he's definitely going to take a threatening stance. Kapow. Xandre did not go invisible. Okay, so no problem. So that settles the next move here. Let me just through sheer force of will, the character remains in control of the battlefield. I don't know what this abomination is going to do. I do not want there we go. This guy. Sorry, this right here. Mark of Death. I want a Mark of Death, this bastard.
Fun, no?
I have to get close for this? Why are you running? towards the guy. Seems like a strange thing to do, but I'm doing health regen on Sten right now. Cast it. There we go. And do I have the hex on him? I do. Okay, Xandre, did you do your thing? You did. I'm going to reduce the guy's armor next. Okay, I need to get back. I need to pay attention to Zevran for a second. Let's get in the rear, and then let's go. Let's just go with the strongest of the set. It's flurry, and then the dual weapon sweep to try to knock him down. I doubt it. He's an orange. Give Sten an extra little bit of help here to keep him going, and I'm pretty sure we annihilated this abomination. And bye bye abomination. I don't know what that was, but Zevran took it in the face. And pile of rags.
As you say.
Did I win here? Feldspar ring. A silver band with a fancy... Oh, it's just a cell? What is gem? The gem is rather common, but the setting is crafted with care. Doesn't say quest item. Someone's dead. Reynold is dead. There's a Reynold dead. A Master Mage's journal. The last part outlines the failed pursuit of his misguided apprentice. Did the apprentice turn into an abomination? Oh, I'm gonna click on this now. Oh, was this one of the things I had to do? You found Reynold's body along with the abomination that killed him. Reynolds' journey tells the tale of his last days. Return to the collective for your reward. Sweet. I love finishing quests that I don't plan for. Is there anything else? Oh yeah. You know I'm after you, but I'm going to have, as far as I've been told, an unlimited supply of elf fruit as soon as I get to the elves. Is that it? What's this way? Is it all the same? Yeah, that went way better than I thought. I was actually not paying attention to the AI. I'm just ignoring it completely. Seems to be working for me. So, ooh, cinematic with elves. I'm in.
Andaran Atishan, my friend. You have come a long way. I give you the welcome of our clan.
My friend.
These are curious companions you have. Might I ask the purpose of your visit?
To rule the world. I must speak with your keeper immediately. I have come on behalf of the Grey Warden sister. I seek the clan's hospitality. I cannot speak of my purpose here. This would be Xandre's stance because he's just going to say straight up, behalf of the Grey Warden, is he's going to own that. It's his title. It's his right now, I guess, to recreate the Grey Wardens. So he's got to spread the message.
You have joined their ranks? How unusual.
So she doesn't hate it.
Excuse my surprise.
Good.
I will take you to the keeper right away.
Sweet. Oh, did I just cut a bunch of corners? Did I bypass the airport security line right there?
I see we have a guest. And one of our own, no less.
This one is from one of our sister clans to the north, Keeper. It claims to have come on behalf of the Grey Warden.
The Grey Warden? How unusual that one of our own should join their ranks.
You are?
How did such a thing occur?
I don't know yet. It's a long story, perhaps another time. I had little choice in the matter. That seems resentful. I didn't, because I had to do it in order to stay alive or something like that. I was cursed or some crap. But I embrace it now. They need all the assistance they can get. That seems like the reasonable answer.
It is as I feared, then.
Light and whatnot.
Very well. Let us speak. Masirin
seems to be taking this.
You may return to your post.
Manuvinen, Keeper.
Now, perhaps we might introduce ourselves.
Okay, let's do this.
I am Zathrian, Keeper and Haran of this clan. You are?
My name is Xandre. A pleasure to meet you. You don't need to know who I am. Call me Xandre. I like to always say a pleasure to meet you. That worked with Morgan back in the day. I feel like off the right foot when you say pleasure to meet you.
If you came to bring news of the blight in the south, it is not needed. I had already sensed its corruption. I would have taken the clan north by now, had we the ability to move.
Go on.
Sadly, as you can see, do not.
Werewolves?
So their first reaction to trouble is to
good
flee
there,
from
Stan.
it. Curious.
Looking good.
Do not allow our troubles to burden you, though I suspect they may impact your mission.
Right now.
I imagine you are here regarding the treaty we signed centuries ago.
Look at that.
Unfortunately, we may not be able to live up to the promise we made.
Remember.
This will require some explanation.
Go on.
Please, follow me.
That doesn't look so good. It's a lot of blood.
The clan came to the Brazilian forest 1 month ago, as is our custom when we enter this part of Ferelden.
Looking good, Stan.
We are always wary of the dangers in the forest. But we did not expect the werewolves would be lying in wait for us.
That would have been way more shocking.
They ambushed us.
I didn't get the warning.
And though we drove the beasts back, much damage was done. Many of our warriors lie dying as we speak. Even with all our magic and healing skill, we will eventually be forced to slay our brethren to prevent them from becoming beasts.
Okay.
The Blight's evil must be stopped, but we are in no position to uphold our obligations.
Is there a way to stop this?
I am truly sorry.
Is there a way to help your men? There are actual werewolves werewolves in the forest? Why did these beasts attack you? Surely you must have some warriors to spare. I will seek help elsewhere then. No, Xandre would offer his help. It's his people too, which is even more encouraging. Is there no way to help your men? He wouldn't even care about this. I mean, he'd be shocked, but he's already kind of been prepared for this. Multiverse Xandre is all about taking down abominations, not abominations like this game. It's just anything that's out of the norm, like undead, werewolves, mutations, things like that. Depends on the setting, right? So is there any way to help your men?
The affliction is a curse that runs rampant in their blood, bringing great agony and then ultimately either death or a transformation into something monstrous. The only thing that could help them must come from the source of the curse itself, and that would be no trivial task to retrieve.
What do you need? I'm good at non-trivial tasks. Yes. But you're going to ask me to get it anyhow, right? No, you're talking about a werewolf. I'm going to be a little cocky here because my people.
Within the Brazilian forest dwells a great wolf. We call him Witherfang. It was within him that the curse originated, and through his blood that it has been spread. If he is killed and his heart brought to me, perhaps I could destroy the curse.
There we go.
But this task has proven too dangerous for us.
Skyrim Xandre was a werewolf, by the way, for those interested.
I sent some hunters into the forest a week ago.
I didn't mean to be.
But they have not returned. I cannot risk any more of my clan.
But yeah, it just happened. He ended up getting close with the companions. And Skyrim, for those of you who have played it, it's a group of, I don't know if this is spoilery or not. I think they let you know early on. I don't remember. But anyways, ends up being a werewolf clan. You find out, yeah, you can actually use this power for good. As you've seen, what I did with that whole blood thing, glug. And then I get some powers, even though it has to be opening yourself up to evil. It's how you use the power after you got it. That's the challenge Xandre's always willing to embrace for the greater good. So, not that I want to be a werewolf in this game, because I don't know what that means. But we'll see what this brings. So I'll find this white Witherfang for you. Have you considered seeking outside help? You said you could perhaps destroy the curse. I mean, perhaps it's still glass half full as far as Xandre's concerned. So I'll find this Witherfang for you. Straight to the point.
I must warn you that more than werewolves lurk in the Brazilian forest.
I'm a little worried about that.
It has a history full of carnage and murder, you see.
I've heard.
Where there is so much death, the veil separating the spirit realm from our own bemes thin, allowing spirits to possess things, living or dead.
Not revenants, please.
But if you can indeed help, then I wish you luck.
It's the only thing, maybe the ogre. I wouldn't mind fighting another ogre to see how I fare, but the revenant, man, I don't think I'm ready for a revenant. Just psychologically, I don't think so. It was a long time since you guys gave me hints on how to take one out. I still remember, I think, because I burned it in my brain, but I don't like the idea of it. I have some questions for you. I need some equipment. I would like to look at his equipment. But before that, I have some questions. Let's
make them
learn
quick,
some more.
if you please. I have much to do here. My apprentice Lanaya or Sayrel,
or I
the
can go to
clan's
someone
storyteller,
else.
could provide you with answers just as easily.
As long as you're not offended. How do I find Witherfang? Do you have any advice? I'm going to ask him.
Watch for the white
I didn't read
wolves.
The second option. Shoot.
They are his eyes and ears in the forest.
Tell me more about the curse of the hunters suffer from.
There is not much to say. It stemmed originally from Witherfang, but now any werewolf may infect someone with it.
Okay. Oh, that's a lot of options. So did all werewolves everywhere stem from Witherfang? So if a werewolf bites me, then I will become infected? I'm a little worried about that. How do you know, or for Sten's sake, or the guys who are up close, I'm a little worried about. How do you know if you have been infected by the curse? How did this curse start? So all werewolves. So if a werewolf bites me, then I become infected?
It is possible, but not guaranteed. The only way to protect against the curse is not to be
buddy. Thanks for that advice. How do you know if you have been infected by the curse?
You will know within a matter of days.
So I have a couple days.
You will begin to sweat and vomit. And most tellingly, your temper will become wild and uncontrollable. If that happens to you, you should seek out
even worse than having
even
demon
more
blood
swiftly.
running through you?
Your mission at that point will be rather personal.
Fair enough. So all werewolves everywhere stem from Witherfang?
No.
Okay.
The ones from this forest, however, do.
Localized, like lycanthropy. Makes sense. How did this curse start? But
that
where
is a
did
long
it
tale I do
originally
not
start?
have time to tell.
Okay.
Ask Sayrel about it if you wish.
Lore time. Time to get schooled. I want to ask about...
Go on, then.
There's nothing else to ask, right? Okay, so I should go...
I must return to caring for my people.
And...
Creator's speed on your way.
Saved game. Looking good, Stan. I'm not going to open that chest. I want to find the equipment man, equipment woman. Oh boy, bunch of sick. I got quests. I'm not going to activate the quest yet. There we go. That looks like a man who sells things. Verathorn.
What are you doing? You've warped the wood completely. Did you leave it out in the rain?
No, Master Verathorn. I think I just used too much heat.
You're not smelting ore like a Durgenlin.
Durgenlin?
This is living wood. It requires
Dwarf?
patience and delicate hands, not more heat.
Dwarf?
My
Durgenlin?
actions bring me sorrow, Master Verathorn.
And so they should. Truly the art will be lost to us forever at this rate. Throw away your dead wood and start anew, and I shall speak to our guest. And Darren Atishan, friend. It has been some years since I met Master Island at the last gathering.
Master Island.
He is still hale, I hope.
Who's Master Island? I don't remember who this is. Should I know who this is? He was fine when I last saw him, yes. I don't know. I haven't seen my clan for some time. That's a safe answer because I don't
Is that so? Irrebelos. To be separated from one's clan is to be separated from one's heart. I met your father, for he was once keeper of your clan.
Was he my father?
You
my
carry
father
many
was
of his features.
The keeper of
He spoke at a gathering, telling the clans that more of us need to voyage into the Shemlin world and learn their ways. He would be proud to see his son a Grey Warden.
Should I have known that? Should I have known that? What happened to my dad? I don't have a dad. My mom died. I know that much already. When you start the game, you choose your first name and then you're given a last name. I don't remember my last name, so was that my last name? I barely know anything about him. Thank you. That's kind of you to say. I really don't care what he might have thought. So I can... Maybe this game allows you to choose if you resent the fact that your father wasn't really a father figure, or that you've just come to terms with your father not being around often for whatever reason, or you can just be respectful. You can show respect. Xandre's the kind of guy who he'd have come to terms with things being the way they are, which is probably why he doesn't really get attached to people. But he's also he would show respect, cultural respect,
speak
no
so
matter the
little
culture.
of the dead, especially those who end in tragedy.
So he did die?
I thought you should know.
Tragedy?
Regardless.
How did he die? I don't know anything about my parentage. I don't know how my father or my mother died. I would like to barter with you. You seem quite advanced in the old craft, master. I should go. I'm curious. I'm just going to ask about this because it's a little Lori, and he was having a thing with the apprentice there.
What little of the craft I've learned has been passed on to me through generations. Such is the time it has taken us to learn a fraction of what has been lost.
Oh, wait a minute.
I do not make bows as fine as Master Island's, perhaps, but might have caused more than one Shemlin to drool at the thought of possessing them. There is wood that, if treated properly, is as hard as steel, but far lighter. It grows only in this forest.
Hilarious.
Ironbark.
I'll tell you in a sec.
The keeper has forbidden us from entering the forest to collect the wood. This means I cannot make our finest crafts for years to come.
Okay, a couple points. So Master Island, I think, is the guy who was selling bows in the starting zone of the elves, of the Dalish. I think that was his name. That would make a lot more sense now that I have context. The funny thing with Ironbark is that the original world I originally created Xandre in 2003, so 13 years ago, I created these trees called iron oak. So that's kind of interesting that strangely played out this way. What if I found some iron bark for you? Yes, that's a shame. Tough break. Yes, that's a shame. Now I'll just say I'll find some.
I would be hesitant to ask it of you, but
maybe he'll make me a bow.
If you should come across ironbark, I suppose there would be no harm in gathering some.
Ooh. Armor?
It is blue and very distinctive. You can only harvest the bark which has fallen off the tree from age.
Interesting.
Now, if you find some, bring it to me, and I will craft it for you.
What kind of item would you make? We'll see. I promise nothing. Very well. I'll take a look when I'm in the forest. No thanks. I'm not interested. I only have one option that makes sense to me, which is what kind of item would you make?
I excel in making blades from the ironbark, or perhaps a breastplate, provided there's enough wood, that is.
I would take like a set of armor made of wood. That'd be freaking sweet. We'll see. I promise nothing. Very well. I'll take a look when I'm in the forest. Oh, yeah, I guess that one makes sense too. Yes.
That would please me, so long as our hunters come first.
I would like to barter with...
I am no merchant,
elf fruit.
Let us trade.
Lettuce.
Perhaps
give
there's
me all your
something here
elf
which
fruit.
will be of value to you.
Elf fruit. I want all... Ooh, and a bow. I want a bow. Before I waste all my money, I'm gonna look at the bows. I want an upgrade. Dalish longbow. It's the same as what I have, but it has Dalish and it has rapid aim, and it's now purchased. There we go. Isn't this what this is all about? Oh, that's aim, and this is rapid shot. Yes, whatever. It sounds better. I know this is for Morgan. Silver brooch. She talked about the mirror and the baubles, pretty baubles. So I would have I'd put that together. I'm gonna buy this now before I forget. I'm not gonna buy any of the gifts from the dwarves at camp. It's just too. It offers too much value, and I don't want to scale through the game that way. I'm gonna play it out more organically, so I'm not gonna get any of that stuff. I think it's funny, some of it, like the dog cone. Hilarious, but I'm not. Maybe on the second playthrough, you know? Alright, that's it. I think I've done what I set out to do because I wanted to get some of the tedious stuff out of the way, like cleaning up some of my inventory, which I'll show you in a sec. I made my way back to Soldier's Peak just to recheck the gear. I came back for that bow because it was better than the one I picked up that had rapid shot on it. So I took the better bow and I gave the rapid shot bow to Zevran. I'll show you that in a sec. I came and looked at the journals, the codexes, to see how many new things opened up, and I got a couple names here on the characters. So real quick update here, because they're all very short, thankfully. We got Morgan here, so the last paragraph, after talking about some personal stuff with her, Morgan's critical eye is not reserved solely for others. Knowing or not, she has a simple fondness for jewelry and is very particular about her appearance. So that's probably a reference to the mirror. Simple fondness for jewelry, because when she saw the baubles and whatnot, so I kind of gathered that much in mirrors. So we got 2 things to get Morgan. Then we have Keeper Xandre, so that's the elf keeper of the Brazilian forest elves that we just met. And I guess the quick paragraph here is that a lot of the keepers don't really see eye to eye. They sort of have different reasons for what to put their time into, I guess. Many say that the true reason the clans all go their separate ways is that no 2 Heren can stand each other. So, and then it goes on to say Xandre is nothing at all like Keeper Marithari. Now, is that the keeper that I was in the starting zone? I don't remember. I think it might be. I don't know. But this is to be expected. He is older, more severe. Oh, wait, no, she was really old. So I don't know who this Keeper Marithari is. Was that my father? They gave me a different name. I'm super confused. I don't have the context here. He is much older, more severe, and his clan is facing a much more terrible enemy than the usual Shemlin that plague other clans. The werewolf. White Fang, which is right here. Before that, we'll go to Xandre. So the last paragraph for Xandre is that he shows an affinity for the finer things in life, hardly surprising for an Antivan crow. But his appreciation can be more poetic than he lets on. A simple bar of refined silver or gold, uncomplicated by a craftsman's hammer, is elegantly valuable. So I guess a bar of silver or gold is going to be maybe a gift. I was convinced it was something to do with Antivan boots, leather boots, but I'm thinking maybe that's still to come. But and then we have Witherfang. Short paragraph. No ordinary wolf. He's a wolf possessed by a powerful spirit and the source of the werewolf curse that plagues the Brazilian forest. He's hundreds of years old, powerful by his own right, and we got to bring the heart to Xandre. And then we have the last one here, which I had clicked on first because it was quest related. I just wanted to see if I missed anything, and I didn't read it out yet. I'm just going to read it out loud now. So this is the guy. This is the body we found dead by aberration attack. So this was it was a random encounter on the way to Brazilian forest in the second last episode. Yeah. So should you find this note, I beg you please complete my task. I am Reynold, master mage and mentor to the misguided fool Heshir. It seems that my young apprentice got mixed up in magic unmentionable, for which I pledged to pursue him to the ends of the world. So maybe he was I'm going to get rid of my phone real quick. Maybe he was the abomination. If you are reading this, then my apprentice caught up to me and choked from me my last breath. I beg you to delve into the ancient elven forest and end the threat of the abomination my beloved apprentice has become. Oh, I guess that was the abomination, because the abomination had caught up to him. And I did go into the forest because it was on the way to the Brazilian. And then, should you do this, then I beg you keep the feldspar ring. Yeah, here we go, that thing we found. Keep the feldspar ring you find on my apprentice's finger as a token of my thanks. And may you never know profound failure such as that I feel as I write this. But I'm just going to sell your ring, I think. I don't really think it has any value. I mean, to plot, it doesn't indicate that it has any other import. So, you know what? Now that I reminded myself, because I totally forgot, I'm going to go back into your wares here. And I had a bunch of gems here I don't want in my pockets anymore. Done. Yeah. What is this thing? Oh yeah, okay, he's got that thing active. Oh, I found this thing out finally. I finally learned to click. Like I said, I was probably gonna stop talking and then close the episode without checking this out, and that's what happened. And notice in editing, so there you go. Now I know how to hold position. I'm gonna keep it on hold position. Screw that. I'm gonna make them move when I tell them to move. Okay, so I put the dog stuff in the bin too. I'm not going to be using Mog for a while, so there's no point in carrying that around. I'm going to go back to the campsite real quick. I'm going to see how this enchant stuff works. I'm going to take a guess. If this doesn't work, I'm going to cut all of this out and just get a move on. Hey Mog, how's it going? I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna guess it's Sandal.
Enchantment?
Oh, what enchantment does he do?
He can fold lyrium into almost any weapon or piece of armor.
I don't have
But naturally,
lyrium.
some of the more
I have
extravagant
runes.
materials will take more lyrium than others. It's a process that some of the master smiths back in Orzammar will perform. But my boy here is just as adept at it. Isn't that right, boy?
Enchantment!
And there you have it.
I want some enchanting done. I'd like to see what other goods you have.
Enchantment!
Done. Let's see. Ooh, yeah, okay, yeah, it is. So I had a rune that I wanted to give Morrigan. It was perfect for this. Okay, so the great sword, I want the frost one because Morrigan will put the cold weapons on, then he can do more cold damage. So that, so I want Sten to have cold damage. You guys said I could pull him out. Oh, I can. It's amazing. We have spell resistance, electricity damage. I wanted Morgan to have electricity damage on the hood. So why can't I put this on the hood? Oh no. Nothing can go in this awesome armor either. Alistair's got the Oathkeeper. No one's using this thing. Asturian's Might, which I don't use. So is there anything like passive, like a dexterity thing? Or nah, they're probably all just, it's like active on the weapon, right? So +8 damage versus undead. That kind of already has something to do with undead. No, Darkspawn. Because Sten is in the mix. You know, like if anyone's going to take advantage of something this awesome, like +8 damage and undead, yeah. So it's going to be Sten. Oh man, why can't I? But why? Is it a different thing? Is it runes and something else goes on cloth or something like that? Someone help me out here. Don't know what's going on. I also don't know what's going on here. Why can't I put anything on the studded leather armor inscribed? That's Xandre is wearing. That's kind of annoying. And then let's go with what's on this blade right now. Healing effects received in armor penetration. Let's go with fire dam. I can always take these out, so accept. Ooh,
enchantment.
I don't know why I wouldn't have tried this. I'd like to see what
certainly.
goods you have.
I can do that for you.
Does it come with me? They probably sell runes, right? Okay, so I go to other. Yeah, here we go. Spell resistance, fire damage. Kind of expensive. Holy crap. Oh, I almost screwed up. So, no, wait, that one says Morgan on it. Whereas these are the ones that come with the DLC, which are too powerful. Is that right? I mean, this is cheap enough. Well, this has a price. These don't. So I'm going to guess this is a legitimate gift. So I'm going to get it from Morgan. I'm not going to get the other ones. And I'm going to leave the runes alone for now. Ooh. Chance to reduce move. No, I'm gonna leave this alone for now. There I go, getting distracted again and killing all the time away. And you know what? While I'm here, I also want to do the gifts. So I'll do. I mean, I'd like to maybe RP it a little bit. I mean, I'm gonna give this to Liliana because she told me about the whole Andraste flower again the last time we talked. So I feel like it would be a good. Oh yeah, right. I have this. Come on. Yep. Okay, and then I give you the gift of Andraste.
That's a wonderful thought.
+9. That's not bad.
I don't know what to say.
All right. What? Okay. Now I think we're ready. Is there anything else? I even wrote a list because I keep on forgetting the things I'm going to do. Oh, I was going to talk a little bit about Morgan's level. I'm actually not leveling her because I was wondering if it was because of a class or something. It was not because of a class. I don't really think I want anything else for her from here. I'm gonna wait because I mean I don't know what's coming up next. It's only the expansions that I'd have access to more though, right? And I'm not gonna do those for ages. But none of these sounded right. Like I don't want her to be a healer. I don't really care about her being. This one is like a buffer or something like that, right? Like she like helps combat. But like it's like a champion version of the mage. And then blood mage, probably the closest direction I'd take her, but it's actually because I had some powers I wanted to take. So what I want to do first is I want to raise her magic again to 30, and then there's 2 higher level powers I want to get at once. I don't want to waste something on something I don't really want, and then I'm delayed, I want to just be able to get the two things when I can. What else do I have here that I didn't do? I did the gift. Let's do some more gifts, actually. I got a Morgan necklace, which she's already really high. And I guess that would be, it's a silver bracelet. It doesn't say Morgan, but that's probably, she'd appreciate it most. Made of delicate gold strands twisted together in a thick rope. Should I do it now? I'm going to do it now. Okay, here you go, Morgan.
I am grateful.
+9.
'Tis thoughtful indeed.
For our last nice conversation, you said you like baubles. I have a couple baubles here. I have a large gemstone in an intricate silver setting. A small pin on the back allows it to be attached to clothing. Just give it now.
A fine gift. You have my thanks.
Take it easy. Take it easy. That's Ogren's. All right, so there we go. So now we got her up at 59. I'm good with that. Ooh. Ooh, ooh. What is this? Oh my god, the scales. Bonus to magic. Okay, so I really should be giving these gifts as soon as I get them. I like waiting for camp just because it makes more thematic sense, but I don't think I'm going to do that anymore. I should just give... I think I've caught up with everything I wanted to do. I'm going to go with the same... This group. I'm trying to get comfortable with these three. Oh no, I think I left the zone and they had an exchange and it didn't get caught on tape now. Damn, it was funny too because she basically sets the stand, so I hear that the Canary have mages. And then I forget how she like leads in with that. Oh damn! And then he basically just does the stand move where he just says something short and then says something that seems to get at her intelligence. And she's like, "Well, are you saying because I don't have the capacity to understand what you're talking about, or blah 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 blah, or because I might blah blah blah?" Anyways, she's basically questioning the mages and the culture, and he doesn't really give an answer. Pure Stan style. I think he concludes with he just wishes that that basically non-Canary had responsible ways of dealing with mages. I probably mangled the crap out of all of that, but you guys get the gist of it. The Canary culture is right and everyone else is wrong. That's the Stan summary. Okay, here's where people are telling me to go before I do the Brazilian outskirts. I really do want to do this, but you guys are making me really want this thing. So I don't know why you guys are. I mean, you guys are pretty excited about what's going to happen here. So that's kind of scaring me when you guys get excited like that. But let's do a DLC. Get another one off the block here. I thought a movie was going to start. I guess I still have to start.
It shall be done.
I did make potions. Yeah. Okay, I got 30 potions that I made. We have new music in the game. The DLC's got new music. Okay, so this is all I can do. Oh, they're definitely holding position. I was like, why aren't they following? Come on, guys. If there's a cinematic, you won't be behind me. I want you to be behind me. I don't know.
You'll have to forgive me if I seem a bit nervous. Not many people travelling in this part of Ferelden. Of course, that's part of my problem, isn't it? Mule got spooked by a wisp and ran off into the woods. Now what do I do?
Are you asking me to find your mule? Just what are you doing out here? Part of your problem? That no one's out here? That sounds strangely foreboding. Are you asking me to find your mule? Just what are you... Why do I care if he's here or not? He's got a tent. It's just a dude hanging out. Part of your problem?
Well, yes. Oh, it's been quite the month.
All right, let's hear your story, buddy.
Allow me to introduce myself. Felix de Grosbois, merchant and entrepreneur, at your service.
I am Xandre. Pleased to meet you. I'm one of the Grey Wardens, a merchant out here. I'm Xandre.
I don't normally take this route, but with the war, I was hoping for a bit of luck and good weather in the mountains. Sadly, I've had neither. Ugh, this trip has been one miserable disaster after another. I don't suppose you'd consider helping a fellow out?
This voice sounds familiar. Anyone know who's voice acting this guy? This sounds... the role sounds familiar to me from somewhere. What do you need? Help a fellow out. How? Do I look like I'm here to help? Help a fellow out. How? Xandre, from an RP perspective, would just be going like, why is this guy... Yeah, pretty much just like, what's going on here? Get some more details, understand what you're getting involved in.
Of all the other things that went wrong, the worst is this artifact I brought in Jada. It's a control rod, I'm told, for a golem.
There's a golem.
No point in me keeping it, however, as I'll never get to use it. But, maybe you could?
Can I get a rod and control a golem? How much do you want for it? Give it to me. What does a control rod do? What's the catch? How do I know this will even work? Yes, I think I could use it. What does a control rod do?
The dwarf I brought it from said it activates and controls a golem. So long as you have it in your hand, the golem does what you say.
Are you sure?
Might be useful, no? I mean, you look like the sort who could use one, yes?
He seems a little bit pushy. Is this like a cursed item or some crap? How much do you want for it? What's the catch? Yeah, he's pushing this a little bit too much for Xandre's liking. How do I know this will even work? Yes, I think I could use it. What's the catch?
The catch? Yeah, I suppose it is a catch, isn't it? The catch is that the golem didn't come with the rod. It's supposed to be down in a village down south, waiting to be activated. Even if I could get down there, which I can't, I understand the place has been overrun by darkspawn.
Ooh,
that's not such an issue for adventurous types like yourself, surely.
I'll go down to
or
kill
I'm
some
hoping
darkspawn.
that's so, at least.
How much do you want for it? I'm not paying for him. No, he's trying to offload this thing, man. How do I know this will even work? Yes, I think I could use it. How do I know it'll
The
work?
fellow I brought it from is a long-standing contact. He didn't want to come to Ferelden, however, with all our troubles. He said he got it from the man who owned this golem, but to be honest, I have no idea if it will work. Hence, the low price.
Free. The
What
low
do you
price
say?
of free? The low price of free. Yes, I think I could use it. What's
Nothing.
What do you,
I
there
just
it is.
don't want to have to lug around something that might be taken for a gemstone by some bandit. To be honest, I don't even know if it'll be useful to you. I paid too much to simply throw it away.
I'm getting roped into something, man. Yes, I think I could use it. No, not interested. I mean, Xandre would be way more cautious than either binary yes or no here. But for the sake of plot, I'm gonna go check out this golem. If it's an evil golem, I would like to deactivate it.
As I mentioned before, you'll find the golem down south, in a town called Honley. I'll mark it here on your map.
Boom.
Just hold up the rod and say Dulaf Gar. That will wake the golem up, so I'm told. I hope it works.
He's gonna friggin'... And if it doesn't, if not, I'll be back. A personal golem. Sounds good. And if it doesn't?
Maybe you could look up the fellow who owned the golem before. If he's still about, that is.
He's still alive.
Best of luck to you then. Now, I guess it's up to me to find that mule myself.
I think you set this up to get a schmuck to do your bidding. Quest update. Oh yeah, okay, so premium content we have. You have acquired a control rod from a merchant according to his tale. The rod will activate a golem in the remote village of Honleith in the southwest of Ferelden. You should journey there if his story rings true. Alright, item received. Is that it? I just jumped. It's the way out. Fallen tree block. Why is that marked on the map like that? Does that matter? Well, I'm tabbing my way through this and nothing else is appearing. So away we go to the map. Yes. Okay, here it is. A remote village where an old golem supposedly lies waiting to be claimed. DLC. 10 minutes long. Oh shit. Oh, hold command and finger on pause button. Wait, this doesn't. That looks like a dwarf. That's probably the guy he screwed.
Very well.
I'm just gonna take some more elf fruit here. Everything about this is sketch so far, but okay.
You have coins, stranger? With Orzammar closed off, Old Tegrin can give you a discount. Fine weapon and arms, dwarven.
Okay. Let's see this discount of yours. What's going on in Orzammar? Wait, am I going to Orzammar now? Farewell. Let's see this discount of yours. Oh man, I just spent so much time doing all of this stuff. But they're cheap enough. Well, let me see. Let me just try to at least think about why this would be Sten related. See, I would never, I'll just be blunt about it, right? I would never have associated a painting of the Revel Queen to Sten. Portrays a battle between Orlais and Ferelden. The Revel Queen with fire red hair has climbed atop a ruined chariot and is holding aloft her battle standard. I'm not going to give this to Sten yet because I wouldn't guess that it would be for Sten. So I'm going to try to keep it as organic as possible if I didn't have that add-on screw things up. So let's see this one. Silver Sword of Mercy. An ornate silver amulet in the shape of a sword. I wouldn't know this was for Liliana either. I haven't gotten an indication of the ornate silver amulet. Oh, and I did remember Alistair's one thing was his mother's amulet really early on, and then I found it on the desk in Redcliffe Castle, and there was one more that hit me like while I was editing. It'll come back to me. And then we have shoes. I didn't mention the shoes for Liliana, that she talked about the shoes with the bow tie on it, and like the shoes from Orlais. So powdered blue satin shoes with long ribbons that circle the ankle. Gold lace trim and dangling gold charms. Yeah, shaped like puppies add to the finishing. And they're kind of garish. I would know that would be for Liliana. I wouldn't know this was for Liliana, so she's not going to get that yet. So would I not be able to buy this if I finish this DLC and then I wander off? Like it's gone? Have I missed things already by not knowing that I should be buying gifts right away? That would buy. Is what it is. Let's move on. That's good enough. Okay, so
you have coins, stranger? With Orzammar closed off, Old Tegrin can give you a
so let's find out what's going on.
Fine weapon and arms, dwarven made.
Yeah.
There's two things I'm here: travel or trade. Understand?
What the hell? How do I get? So what am I doing? All right. I'm leaving the map. Oh, it was a random encounter. God damn, that was foolish. What was the point of that then? It was just a guy who shows up? Is that part of the DLC, or is that a random dwarven traveler merchant that just shows up randomly between zones? Because he had gifts. Should I have I don't know how gifts work. I don't know. That's definitely a person hanging. That's a couple people. There's people running towards me. There's people running to. There's people run. They're not good. They're not good people. All right, folks. Here we go. Wait, are these the good people? These are the bad people? Yes. Okay, are these dark genlocks? Okay, so we got some bad dudes. I went kind of dumb there for a second. Okay, so I'm going to put on frost weapons. Let's just get things going. You know what? I'm cool with these guys aren't ranged. Oh, I did not mean to run. Who did I have selected? Morgan. No, Morgan, you're fine. Don't listen to me. I want you to zap this guy.
So be it.
Ooh, you're running close. You're running close. That's okay. That's okay. Now I'm gonna get these guys up here and ready. I'm not charging in.
I still remember my first.
Here we go. Yeah, you guys coming to me. Morgan, that's your cue to get back here with
battle.
Here we go. And let's end this guy. You take him from this side. Zev, you take him from this side. Oh, you're down on your ass. You know what then? I'm switching targets because
as you like.
There's no point in. Oh, that guy wants a piece of me. Okay, no problem. No problem. Why is this guy dead? Was that just lightning and arrows killed? Wasn't he yellow? Oh, this is gonna go real quick. All right, well. All right, maybe I didn't expect to do that. Well,
as you like.
That quick. I better put. I didn't expect to kill them that quick. I thought that was gonna be a little harder. That's good. Sweet. Great. Moving on. Oh, that's probably why you guys are telling me to come here too, though. It's probably much lower level. Oh, yeah. You know what? I'm going to try something just because I feel like I need to try. I need to know how this plays out. I should probably have everyone come up to here at least. And then everyone's going to hold position. And we're going to take Xandre for a little walk. Okay, then. Do they see me? They don't see me. That's kind of cool. Let's check out what we're up against. That's what Xandre's point is. Oh, okay. I guess it's gonna be a little bit more. Nah, you know what? I'm feeling good. I'm gonna try to. I might die here. I think the Hurlocks are the bad ones, right? Like they're the ones that are like kind of crappy. Yeah, I'm gonna try to do. How close can I get to these guys without getting detected? That's not bad. You know what? I'm gonna come back here, and then I'm gonna make a run for it. I might die, but I need to see how awesome this can be. Now, below the belt, right? That's the one that does imposing penalty to defense and movement. No, I want dirty fighting. Is that the one? Stunned for a short time. Oh man, I wanted something more like crippling. There's nothing crippling here. I don't know. Do I want to slow him down? Or do I want to stun him? I'm going to try it. Sure. Okay, fine. Let's stun him. Pop. I did stun him. Okay, Zeph, get your ass out of there. On it. Woo. Let's do it, buddy. You can do this. You can do this. Kite him. Kite him. Okay, here we go. Hey, man. That's what rogues are for. Here we go, and just keep taking a couple more. Morgan's right here for you, buddy. You know what? I am going to try to do this. This probably isn't going to hit everybody. No, I probably shouldn't do that. Let's just go with this. Morgan, you're up with some heals. Get this guy in a good place.
As you say.
And here we go. Booyah.
As you wish.
This leading in
Peace. All right, now I'm going to do a Xandre. You're going to attack this guy, and he's got a nice group around him. So great. Morgan, I need you to move aside a little bit. Oh, look at that. Xandre pulling out the bow and shit. That's good. Either I forgot to put his stuff back, and that's probably why I messed up all of his attacks. That makes sense to me now. That's okay. You did good. You did good, buddy. I like you quite a bit. You're a good fighter. Okay, figure that out right there. Oh, son of a bitch. You need to go down. I totally forgot that you were still a threat. Okay, so let's everyone move in. Let's get in a position to do some oh, that's no problem. So here we go. You're gonna go for this guy. You're also gonna go for this guy. I need to take, I guess these are the archers here. So Morgan and I will start taking out the archers. Everyone on my mark.
off
There we
me
go.
and you shall pay!
No problem. We got this. We got this. Now,
So be it.
maybe I can cut part of this episode up, but I think that's an episode. That was a good grind there. I still feel safe. I feel good. You know, feels a little low level right now. This whole zone. I still don't see a golem. What's that up there? I have this thing. I have this scarecrow. Oh, I see. This whole thing is filled with folks. There's a bunch of crap up top there. Okay, maybe I'll just do a quick scan. I hear screaming in the background. That's definitely not good sound either. Some more gun locks. Wow, that's just so faint in the headset that I can hear things going down. Okay, can't go in. Locked. Damn it. I really need him to go up a level so I can give him a way to pick locks. Okay, well, if this area closes down on us, then it closes down on us and I don't get this stuff. That's fine by maybe I can cut a little bit out. Let's do one more minute. This death route, see what's up there around the corner. It is begun. Back up out of this. I think that was a good run. Don't forget to explore, engage, and inspire, folks. I'll see you around next time. Peace.